Uno momento. You can, or you can hear me through the other thing.
I turned it off. I can hear you through the stream.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to start over?
Yeah, so I just fixed
Why
it.
does it
Jackson, start over. Sorry about
Okay. Yeah, you should be sorry. Okay. For the second time this session, a big thank you to our sponsors over at Stabby Joe and Co. Big thumbs up to you guys. Clothier extraordinaires. Get all of your clothing needs met by the fine folks at Stabby Joe and Co. They are running a promotion in conjunction with our channel. Use the code MIMIC5 at checkout. That is MIMIC, the number 5, checkout, and you get 5% off your order. So, you know, head on over there, check out what they got. I'm sure you'll find something that you like because everything's great over there, if I'm going to be honest. So yeah, once again, big thank you to Stabby Joe and Co. Mwah, kisses. So, let's get into the recap. Alright. The session began with the party waiting around to meet Dunder in the dining area of the Hag Hotel. Azoth filled the party in on his encounter with the Dragonborn at the Colosseum and proposed a plan to liberate the dragons from their captors. While sitting at the table, Charpok's vision flashed, and as he looked around, he seemed to be in a jungle with massive flora and fauna all around him. Before he knew it, his vision flashed back to the tavern, with the party checking on him and asking if he was okay. After this, Dunder walked into the bar, looking quite disheveled. He then told the party that he had managed to set up the meeting with his contact in the city, a man named Edward Griswold. The party finished up at the tavern and set off to his manor on the outskirts of the city. Once the party arrived, they were greeted by a menacing doorway with the archway leading in seemingly made from the skull of a great creature. Heading inside, the party met Griswold himself, a menacing Goliath gentleman with a large great axe that doubled as a walking stick. With Dunder getting the meeting off to a terrible start, some members of the party tried to stay in his good graces, while others wanted to antagonize him further. Zil asked Griswold about any leads he might have about the keys to Grimm's vault, with Griswold revealing that he has one of the keys in his possession and will give it to the party if they help him defend one of the trains that he owns that has been attacked recently by bandits. Accepting the job, the party headed back to the tavern to get some rest. Charpok, however, decided to scope out the Colosseum where the dragons were being kept. While scouting the place overnight, he only saw 2 people leave, who Charpok overheard referring to themselves as the Game Maker and Arena Master. In the morning, the party headed straight to the central station to meet with the Railmaster, a large Gif, or Hippo Man, who got them aboard the train that they were tasked with defending. While on the train, the party caught a glimpse of arcane-powered cars speeding alongside the train. The party sprang into action to defend it, with Azoth once again doubling in size and throwing some of the bandits around. Sol and Zil blasted their way through their share of the bandits, while Venos managed to blind some of them with his magical darkness. However, in the fray, Bai took one too many hits and was knocked unconscious. Try as she might to keep herself alive, unfortunately, she died. Upon realizing this, as a last-ditch effort, Guili removed the gem that was embedded in their forehead and pressed it against Vi's. We ended the session with Vi coming back to life, but all of the color draining from Guili's skin. End scene.
I was like, where's my button? Where's my button? Which button do I press?
It's the end scene button.
It's the end scene button. Cool. So without further ado, I'm still looking for something, but I can't seem to find it. So I guess we'll just continue. Without further ado, we will continue. So after the fight that broke out on the top of the cargo train, you all kind of slink back into the passenger car as the to rest and recuperate. The train's still whizzing thousands of miles an hour. Not really, but makes it sound fast. Figuratively. Feel free to discuss anything if you'd like to talk. Otherwise, you can all just awkwardly sit in silence for a few minutes.
Just clarifying, do we know about Gwilly's change?
Well, you all notice the color faded from her skin. So yes, you would kind of realize what.
The idea.
Yeah, what the ish is.
John's gonna go back up and sit on the train to keep an eye out.
Vi's kind of just collapsed against a wall, just going over what happened, and kind of borderline hyperventilating, but just rocking herself a bit.
I would like to approach Gwilly, and yes, I would like to rage. I would like to approach Gwilly and kind of just check up on her, ask them how they're feeling.
Not great.
How specifically, how are you feeling?
Powerless.
In a literal sense or a, metaphorical sense?
I think I could probably face step, but nothing else.
Interesting. Well, if you have anything that you need, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm more than happy to help you with anything that you may need.
Do you have any Sarian?
Any what? Sorry?
Sarian crystal?
No, I don't believe I do.
Not rich enough.
Excuse me. No, I don't say anything.
Yes, Venos?
You're muted.
Yeah.
So, being of the fairy realm, does Venos know how important the crystal is to the Sarian, or is it just are they very secretive?
You answer that one, Gwilly. Do you think your tribe is very secretive about that kind of stuff, or?
No, we're pretty evangelical, but I've also been pronouncing it wrong. It's Crescent. Crescent.
How do you spell that?
Crisiant. And then it's Sarian is Seirian.
SEIRIAN. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Do you think your group would is it a well-known thing throughout the Fey realm, or is it lesser known, do you think?
I think that it's somewhere between Amish and Mormon in terms of how evangelical they are. So
so it's known about.
So they kind of keep to themselves, but if you're show the slightest bit of interest, they're have you heard of our savior?
Okay. That answers
Do they
my
hold
question.
the tenets of Mormonism as well?
No.
Okay.
Well, they are okay with having a non-binary member, so.
Okay, yeah, so they don't. I was more so talking about the the multiple wives part. No, multiple wives part.
Oh, yes, they do that a little bit.
Okay. do. Okay.
Doo-doo.
But it's not just a misogynist thing. It's a
Yeah, sure.
They're a little bit more animalistic than human in terms of how their relationships are.
So I'm going to. So can I assume that I know about the sect? Okay. So Venos is gonna walk up and just for the first time ever show some compassion to the Sarians. And he's going to put his hand out onto Gwilly's shoulder, and he's going to say, "That was quite the sacrifice. I know what that must have meant to you." And just leave it at that.
Chopper?
Yeah.
While this is all happening and very, very confused why she changed her skin just like I could for the first time, I'm starting to think that she must be part insect.
Do bugs not have non-binary?
I was more thinking of the whole, skin changing thing.
No, I was just trying to put a new alternative on repeatedly saying they.
Fair. Sorry, I'm referred to as Grub, so that's fine.
Grub self.
Drop self.
I would like to go try and find one of the bodies that we slayed.
Yep.
And rummage through their stuff and trying to find any markings, letters, basically just anything of value.
Cool. So you're gonna have to climb up on top of the carts.
Easy.
So I'm not gonna make you do a check for it because we're not in a time sensitive thing because we all know what happened last session.
I use all 6 limbs.
So now we know how to use ladders, huh?
Yeah.
I'm on the top.
That's a very good question. Do Thrycreen stick to walls like
No.
an actual insect?
No, they do not.
Give me spider climb, then yes.
Fuck.
Yes,
Since
John.
I'm on the top and I see him come out and start having a look, I'm gonna just pick up and then just go and give him a hand.
Yeah, cool, easy. Yeah, you get up to the top, on top of the passenger cart, and then make your way across to where some of the bodies are. There's probably a good dozen bodies scattered all throughout. There's been
Specifically, I want to go to one of like the bigger boys, the ones that were like tougher.
Yeah, sweet. And what exactly are you looking for? You're looking for notes,
Any
sort of
notes, any like symbol, what they were wearing, like that as their gang. I
Yeah,
just want to kind of
paraphernalia.
identify who these are.
Cool.
Yeah, like
Make an
paraphernalia to a
investigation check. And while we're doing that, Zill?
With a
Oh,
D.
I kind of in a similar vein. I would like to walk up to Soul,
Got it.
or approach Soul, and just ask him. I would like to say, Soul, have you seen those? Were there any like distinguishing symbols or anything on the cars? I assume there would be.
Yeah, there were. So it was a hand. It looked like a handprint.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2 middle fingers were missing.
Rock on.
Yeah.
Party on, dudes. All right.
I rolled a
to
2 and a 5 with a +1 of guidance, by the way. That was
Okay.
advantage.
Cool.
I'd like to approach Soul and just ask, Soul, have you seen that symbol or anything similar before, that you can remember?
I don't believe I would have, Nathan.
No, you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can roll me a
No.
history check just to be sure, but
I mean, it's a different planet, so I wouldn't assume I do. But however, I rolled a 19, so maybe.
No, you don't. You don't. You
Okay.
don't. Nothing kind of. There's a lot of gangs and a lot of like smaller outfits that you would know of that make their way between Terra Machina and a few other planets. But this
Just flashes
particular
back to a
one,
certain concert that he went to, and a lot of people doing that.
yeah, no, a lot. This particular one, it doesn't ring a hard bell with anything that you know of.
It does, however, ring a soft bell. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I would just like to sit down and kind of just rest and
Cool.
take it all in.
So, what was your total, Charpog?
6 on advantage.
6, cool. You shuffle like through the body looking, and you don't seem to find anything that's like remnant of bits of paper, parchments, nothing like that. You do see the symbol, the hand. It almost looks like all of their, like a lot of them were wearing like face shields that cover their eyes with the symbol planted in the center. It almost looks like no, I'm not going to give you that with a 6. Never mind.
Actually, seeing that symbol, can I look at their hands? Do they have them chopped off, or?
They do not. No.
Oh well, I start doing it anyway.
Chopping. Yeah, you just biting
Yeah,
them
you're
off.
breaking their fingers off. Hey, fingers make for a
Yes.
good portable snack.
Yeah.
Finger snack.
Finger food.
Venos?
So while this is all happening, I'm going to find a quiet place to try and like meditate. I am going to try to send up a prayer
Yep.
to the Raven Queen,
Yep.
and I am going to say, although I know you no longer help me, I know you are here to help all Fae, and perhaps you can help Guili. Perhaps you can help them. And I'm going to like send that out into the ether.
Okay. Cool. Just out of sheer curiosity, roll me a d20.
That's 19.
Okay. Cool. Anybody else doing anything or?
I'm going to read through the Wild Mother stuff that Venos gave me.
Yeah, sweet, awesome. Yeah, you can continue to do that while on the train. Ali.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go to Gwilly and just curl up like next to them, wherever they're hanging out. Just be, because I've got nothing I can do to help.
Really like that.
Aww.
Really gives the thumbs up.
That pop up in the top right corner.
Really liked that.
Vi's going to specifically see everyone helping Gwilly and is going to just kind of sidestep and go over into the corner on her own, and just sort of curl up and rest there.
Cool. Gwilly, it's very important to note that as you're kind of like sitting there in this passenger car, you begin to feel what feels like dust getting into your eye, and you kind of shake it a little bit, not knowing what it is, when you realize that your crystal is disintegrating slowly, very slowly. So you see, the rest of you can clock this as she kind of like clocks it herself. You can see this small trail. Sorry, I gotta stop doing that. Sorry.
It's okay, just move on.
Yeah, you can see a small like trail of dust almost disappearing into nothing, coming from the crystal on her forehead. On their forehead. Sorry. It's been a long week. It's been a really long week.
You're trying so hard. And I think that means something.
Cool.
It does.
So after a while, you guys feel the train begin to slow. You kind of like look ahead to see what's causing it, and you see one of these large gates with that flashing red light above it. It's very similar to the one that you saw heading out of Sediment Central. The gate opens and the train moves in. You look around and see a large mining outfit. There are several open caves in the walls, all descending into darkness. Multiple excavation devices lay scattered all over the area. There are about 100 or so workers all going about their business. As you guys kind of come up to this small platform and the train begins to slow down, you do notice that a lot of them stop to look. Standing on the platform, you see a female with long red hair wearing very nice clothing. She stands with a flat look on her face as you guys step off the train. Welcome to Griswold Quarry.
Ooh.
Not combat. Show. That's
Combat.
Combat.
You have to fight the workers.
Yeah, time to fight the workers. Yeah, so as you guys rock up, there's that lady standing on the platform. You guys are free to exit as the train completely stops. You do notice that a few workers seem to start unhitching the train carriages at the back that have the supplies in it, and they're beginning the process of unloading the train.
I'm going to like fix my hair and like storm out to this character and just say, that was the longest and most violent train raid I have ever been on, and I will take my payment now.
What payment?
We were told if we get this train here safely, we will be paid.
I believe the payment was organized with Sir Edward.
Sir Edward? Well, what can you do for us then?
Nothing outside of the bargain.
Zill,
It will take
yes.
us some time.
Can you talk to this woman?
Can I walk over?
Yeah, you definitely
And
can.
just, I would like to say, Is there any way at all that is there any form of way to contact Mr. Griswold?
Yes, there is, and the only way is through this crystal. And she pulls out a small red crystal from her like back pouch. You see it's almost kept in its own holder, like it's like a cell phone holder, but
right, yeah.
But there's a crystal.
Those always weird cell phone holders. I would just like to say, so you can contact him through that directly. Could you contact him, allow us to contact him through it, or if not, contact him for us and let him know that we've arrived and what our next course of action, what he wants us to do, if we just hang around until we can go back to the capital, or...
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, baby, it's about time I use my fucking persuasion. Where is it? Alright. That is a 20, dirty 20.
Oh, yeah.
You see her, she kind of like rolls her eyes and then just like flips the crystal towards you.
I have to make a dex saving throw to catch the crystal.
I'm not going to make you do that. It just shatters.
I'm like, yeah.
She's like, that cost me
shit.
999 gold pieces.
Why's the camera not focusing?
I didn't get the extra warranty.
Okay, so yeah, I would like to take the crystal and basically just use it to contact him. Am I just like...
Cool. So you hold the crystal in your hand, and when you think of like contacting Edward, you feel the crystal get a little bit warm, and the rest of you notice this as well. It starts to glow slightly red.
I put it up to my ear and I'm like, hello? Hello? Sorry, reception's bad here.
I haven't got 1 3G.
I'd like to Yeah, I'd like to speak into the crystal and to say, Master Griswold, we have arrived at your quarry. What would you like us to do next? What would you like us... Yeah, what is our next course of action?
You just hear this. Listen to Vambria.
Okay, roger that. Will do, and I'm assuming... you mean the lovely lady who greeted us on the train platform?
There's no response, and you just see the crystal light dim.
Okay. What was her name again? What did he say?
Yeah, you look up, and she's like holding her hand out, waiting for you to put the crystal in it.
I put the crystal back in there. I say, thank you very much for allowing us to use your crystal. What would you like us to do?
Well, you will have to stay here while we unpack the two trains.
Anyone even knows what I'm saying?
Well, you might notice, Vambriel, that I am covered in the blood of bandits.
It is not Vambriel. It is
What is this?
Vimbria.
Vimbrial.
Vimbria Stonehope.
Vimbria Stone.
And how would you, if you were to spell that, how would you spell
in
that?
the blood of bandits, and I want nothing more than a warm bath, and I want you to direct me there, please.
Well, I thought I was about to say, I want you to wash me. And I was like, whoa, okay.
That kind of session tonight. She kind of like points to the distance. You see a very heavily fortified building. She kind of points there and goes, that is the Griswold storehouse.
Thank you. It is wonderful to see that your arms work better than your personality.
You see her eyes squint.
I'm just like, I'm pissed off. I'm covered in blood. My friend's lost her magic. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm out. Like,
That
John?
I'm gonna pull Vi back when we go into that, and Vi, your color has changed since your interaction with Gwilly. Are you okay? Feeling okay?
Physically? I mean, I'm a bit banged up. I think so. Do you mean, I mean, a shimmer? Is it the shimmer now you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you feel if your energy has been influenced in some way, do you feel like you've got different abilities, or do you think that you still channel your energy in the same sort of way?
I mean, I'll try to cast a spell.
What do you try and cast?
I'll cast Detect Magic.
Fireball.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
Cool. You get multiple pings all throughout your group. You get a couple of pings on Vimbria herself. Yeah.
No, my magic feels the same.
Good. If there's anything you need, please. I'm always here for a friend.
I just feel heavy.
Maybe we can share the burden.
Yeah.
Maybe suck on some helium.
Share the load.
Charpog?
Going up to Vimbria and just be like, red-headed Vimbria, Stone Hope, was it?
That is me.
We were attacked by some interesting folk on the train. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Those vile bandits.
Do you know what they're called?
I do not know what they are called, no.
Well, do you know this symbol? With one of my lower arms, I just do the little bing.
She
Oh,
looks
sorry,
at it.
that.
She looks at it and she's like, it does not ring a bell. I mean, other than the equipment that they wear, usually is emblazoned with this symbol.
Was it stone or storm?
Stone Hope.
I would like to roll an insight with my guidance.
Go
please.
ahead.
So it's
Where's
Stone
my
Hope, and I
D4s?
wrote Stormhold.
Me too.
Yeah, so
You-
did I.
Did you say you want to roll insight with your gun?
Yes.
Just like,
Excuse me, that's me.
yeah.
It's 16.
16. Okay. You get the sense that she's holding information back from you. You can't exactly tell what, but she's definitely holding something back from you.
Okay. Does she seem like she has like a horse or something like that?
No.
Like, does she ride in on something and no pets?
No, she's
Okay.
no pets, nothing. She was
Alright.
just standing there waiting for you on the.
That's perfectly fine. I'm sure yourself and the rest of your crew here would know nothing about any bandits that constantly attack trains as you would, ride them all the time. But I need some rest myself. You wouldn't happen to know of a stable or something that I can curl up? I tend to like sleeping near animals.
There is no animals here, and she kind of like waves her hand around, and you see nothing but workers and like machines. There is not a single animal here.
No animals. Preposterous, but okay.
Are you deaf? I said there are no
What?
animals. She sighs deeply and she's just like, is this all?
Yes, that's it. That's all right, fine. Well, yep. And I'll walk off.
She looks at the rest of the group that's standing there and she just goes, well, this has been fun. I have a lot of work to do. I will see you later tonight. And she just kind of like starts storming off. Where?
Where will we see you?
The storehouse. And you see her point as she's walking away from you.
Making my way over to
The storehouse?
Way downtown.
God damn it. I'll make my way over to Ali and I'll just do the squat down right next to us. I'm at the same height. Well, you're short. Shut up. I don't trust her. There's no animals here. She seems to know something about those bandits. I just don't know what.
Well, she isn't very nice.
Oh no, she's a bitch, but we're used to that. We have Vanos here. But she seems worse.
I fucking stormed off.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect time to talk about you when you can't hear us.
That she seems worse.
bastard.
What makes you think she knows?
I just have this inkling, you know.
Call it
If
my
you-
insight.
Call it my intuition.
Do you want to spy on her?
Well, you read my mind. That's usually my job.
Literally.
Can I just say that, look, I understand that I'm not going to stop you from doing what you will, but just remember that we are somewhere where Edward Griswold has essentially complete power. So if we were to do anything that would piss him off or any of his subordinates, we are not in a very good position to fight back or escape. I understand your curiosity, and I'm not going to stop you. I would just advise against it because we are in a very precarious position, and I would rather return to our ship with our lives.
What if we were invisible? And
Well-
no one knew we were doing anything.
But if we were never there to begin with.
Like I said, I'm not going to stop you. Do what you will.
Okay, boss.
Do what you will. Got it.
Do what you will.
What would Zell do?
Zill would
So
go
we can
and
lie
get a
about
good
who
night's
we are
sleep.
and be a bit pretentious and then just ask to see things.
Ask to see things.
Yeah, like you do what you do, and then so we just all pretend to be a bit high and mighty, but like lie about who we are, and then just see if we can get free shit.
You're not talking about my prince very nicely.
I did
No.
not lie about who I was. I just did not tell you who I was. I never misdirected.
You said you're Zill, but your name isn't Zill.
Well, it is now.
See, my name is Vi. I did the same thing.
I
My
would
name is
like
Varna.
to point out that we currently know more about Zill than we know about you.
To be fair, I know more about Zill than I know about me.
So you should be the last one pointing fingers.
It was a joke, wasn't it funny?
Okay, well, I am going to rest for the night, or I think what we just went through was quite traumatic.
Yeah,
I
just saying. I'm just
need a
trying to break
rest.
the tension.
Yeah, so you guys head to Griswold storehouse. As you guys get there, you realize that it's it looks kind of like a well kept, like heavily fortified storehouse that has like almost as if somebody was like, here's a warehouse, let's just put a mansion on the side of it. That's pretty much what it looks like. It doesn't look particularly well put together. Like there's a couple of parts where you swear you can see through the wall cracks that join the two buildings, and you can just see this empty space. But it does its purpose, and it does its purpose well. Yes, Venos?
So, did I arrive first?
You did arrive first, yes.
And is there a barkeep?
There is no bar.
Okay.
It is literally a warehouse with like a mansion attached to the side of it. So as you approach, you see standing at the front is like, to put it bluntly, it's like a butler. He's there to guide you throughout the house.
Oh, Jeeves.
Homer
I'm right at home here, aren't I?
We are here on the behest of Mr. Griswold. I need a bath. I need some whiskey. And I need to know what those strange crystals in the distance are.
We can definitely sort that out for you, sir.
Oh dear lord.
Follow Mistress Adams there, and you see a maid just happens to be standing in the doorway. She kind of like bows as you walk in.
Finally, the service I deserve. Now, could I please just request drinks for my friends on arrival? It has been a very long journey.
That can be put together, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And you see another grouping of people just come out of nowhere.
I'm gonna follow the maid inside.
Sweet. The maid leads you down a few hallways, leading you to a bathroom. There's a big, very comfortable copper bathtub in the center of
Conductive.
yeah, it's very conductive. There's quite a lot of like intricate pipe works that lead into it, and there is some hot, like nice, warm, steaming water on the inside of the bathtub waiting for you. To the side of it, there's a little table, and there is a bottle of whiskey sitting on the table.
Oh my gosh. Venos is in love. This is the life he deserves.
The maid just kind of nods and just goes, "Will that be all, sir?"
That will be all, my dear.
And she just leaves. As the rest of you approach, you notice the same gentleman standing up out the front. He's now holding a tray of what looks to be bubbly.
Bubbly.
Yeah, he's got wine awaiting your arrival.
Sweet berry wine.
Holding the plate. You see, he notices you guys approach, and he's like, "Oh, welcome. You must be the rest of the party.
Hello.
I have been instructed to have drinks ready." And he kind of lowers the tray for you.
What does this butler look like?
Short, stubby in the front area. He's wearing like the very nice like bellhop, but like stations up from the bellhop uniform. He's balding in the center.
Would Zil know exactly what that station is called?
Yes.
You know what position he holds?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Head manservant is essentially what the guy.
Yes, he looks like looks like you're the head manservant.
Yes, that is I.
Lovely
What is
to
your
meet
name?
My name is Gerald Thicklewinter III.
You. A man of culture, I see.
Girl.
The Thicklewith family. I'm very familiar.
Yes, as you should, sir. We are out and about in the butler scene.
The Butlerverse.
Yeah. There's just a whole fam. It's like Nurse Joy, but every single place that you go to, it's just a different Thickle Winter family member.
That's
Is
got
it-
to be canon now.
That is canon.
I'm very confused. Why is there three of you that tickled Winters?
No, Thickle Winter.
The thickest of winters.
Yes.
Thickle Winter, sir.
You people
just
make no
ignore him.
sense.
You'll be talking to him, trying to explain for ages. So just don't worry about it.
As soon as I see the
I
bubbly,
stay here and continue to discuss it until he sees fit.
No,
I mean, I have probably more years on you, old one.
that's rude.
That is rude.
I'm just saying I'm older than him. How is that rude? But seeing the bubbly, for some reason, I just pop like upright and put all four arms behind my back, and I grab one and I start walking away.
John's off thinking about something else. He's gonna not really think. He's gonna grab one and then just put a gold coin on the tray and just keep walking.
Oh, sir, you don't. Okay. He kind of like takes the gold coin and he like holds it out as if hoping one of you guys take it from him.
I'll take it.
Cool. You get a gold coin, a gold piece. Azoth.
John's pocket later.
I imagine this would be Azoz's first time having anything carbonated.
Yes.
So I
Very
think he's gonna
much so.
choose- You know, like when a kid has their first taste of wine, I think his face would like scrunch up.
Yeah.
He's trying to be really strong about it. Just like
Zil, do you partake in the wine?
Of course.
This
I'm, you know,
floods you with
I'm-
memories of the castle of Shalagoth.
Yeah, I'm like as I sip from my wine glass, a look of bittersweet, memory passes across my face.
And
When you had your
single
first
tear.
passion pop.
Yeah, single tear rolls down my cheek as I think about my life before I left.
So Geralt then begins to speak and he's like, "Is there anything else I can do for you?"
Is there by chance a library of some sort of reading material in the mansion?
Unfortunately, no. We do not have a library.
Thank you. Would I know where Venos is?
No. You have no
Could
idea.
you please just show us to our rooms? Are we what will be the sleeping situation here? Will we
We have 3 rooms, quite large beds in each one. We could probably bring you more beds if you require. Yeah, that's
That's all.
That's fine.
No, I think that'll be fine. Thank you.
He then
could you
speaks up and he's
please-
like, "Dinner has been organized. You are to sit with Vimbria Stonehope. I believe you have met her already.
Yes, so she's a lovely lady.
She is. She's very particular."
Indeed. Particular is one word I would use to describe her.
Important question, Gerald. What is for dinner?
We have 6 chefs on hold. They can make you anything you would like, I guess. Within
What about-
reason.
Fresh meat.
We have fresh meat.
How do you have fresh meat without animals? Chartreuse.
Well, you see, you kind of brought it in on the train, sir.
Oh, so humans. Or orcs. Were they orcs? Orcs.
It is a storage train, sir. It is a transport
Just
train.
dare ask for a fucking steak.
Hey.
Right,
Charpok
okay.
definitely would. Charpok and Azoth, they'd be fighting through waves of bandits to save their fucking steaks.
we didn't get in there when we were traveling here. I would have dropped it off. To be fair. Retiring in the hills with my train full of steaks.
We are the bandits now.
I have cure wounds. I'll just take some steak and then heal and then continue.
Eat until you take damage from overeating and cure wounds. Keep going.
Can't save me now.
Is
All
there
right.
anything else you require?
Just for you to show us to our rooms.
He claps again, and you see out of nowhere 3 maids appear.
Like
and
literally out of
they all-
nowhere?
Yeah, like almost exactly out of nowhere, as if they were there waiting for the summons, and then they just like stood out in the
wow.
open.
Interesting.
Yeah, you see 3 maids. They all bow in unison, and they go, "Follow me to your rooms, please."
you.
They lead you through a whole matter of hallways till you get to the 3 rooms. The doors are wide open as you guys come through this hallway, as if to be ready for you. There's fresh pillows, fresh bed sheets. There's a few extra pillows in the room. There's even what do you call them? Nightgowns in the cupboards.
Oh, straight on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know my boy, my boy Zill's just getting straight into one of those.
Yeah, each one is like a reddish kind of color, like a maroony color, and
It's like a
has like
smoking
a
jacket.
gold. Yeah, almost has a gold EG, like in the right hand, the chest of the right hand of the chest area.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Yeah. Yes, John?
Can I roll an insight check on the maid?
You definitely can.
One of the maids.
What exactly are you trying to get from their insight?
I'm trying to think of a nicer way to put this, but are they normal?
Okay.
Or are they like
Magical.
summons?
Yeah, are they like
Yeah.
familiars or something like that?
Oh yeah.
15.
They seem normal. They're each different races. So you've got a tabaxi, what looks to be a human, and then another one that it looks to be elven in nature.
Would Venos have joined us back at some point there?
I don't know. He's in his bath, I think.
I'm enjoying the bath, drinking my whiskey.
You're so muted. You're so muted.
Yeah, we're just
Oh
hearing
my
you
God.
through
I
Willie's
am in the
microphone.
bath drinking my whiskey. Fuck y'all.
I'm just gonna hold up the wine and be like, I do not drink. This is for anyone else.
I'll
Just
walk
hold
past
it
and
up.
grab it.
No worries.
It's right, Azoth, I pour a little. I top yours up with mine.
I like sip it and I still do the.
Or
Yeah,
just Cookie
so
Monsters. It just.
yeah, just like
Yeah, who tries to
rushes
eat it?
Drink that down.
Just drips out of various holes.
No, or like every single time you take a step for the next like day or two, there's like
Oh,
a swishing
swap.
motion.
He's just a
Um,
walking cooler.
So as you guys are like left in the rooms to do whatever you want, talk whatever you want. One of the maids goes, "We will call you when it is ready for dinner." And then they all just kind of leave in unison, slightly creepedly like. Yes.
Hi.
Who's first?
There was first.
I would, like I said, I'm getting straight. Like, I'm stripping down to my skivvies and getting into this this gown. I'm like getting super comfortable. It's kind of like you said, it's like a, it's like a flashback to home. It's nice to have a little bit of luxury, so I'm kind of taking advantage of it as much as possible. Can I inquire? Are there any cigars? Laying
There
around
is.
somewhere? Okay,
Yeah,
I would
so
like
there is
to.
a table. There is a table with a small little like lift box that has 6 cigars.
I'd like to. I would like to invite anyone who wants to have a cigar with me to sit down at the smoking table. As I sit there, I'm assuming it's near a window.
No, there's no windows.
There's no windows.
No.
Oh, is there any like balconies or anything somewhere I can sit and have a view?
No, it's just the inside of the room.
Magic Zill.
That's all right. I kind of just sit there
You
and
just
I.
sit there in front of Azoth and just.
His face. I'm like,
I eat a cigar.
that tasted awful.
Make a con save for me.
Me.
No,
Oh, no.
Azoth, because he's just chowed down on a cigar.
12.
12. It is not fitting right with whatever that bubbly liquid was, and this cigar is. Oof.
This is what
Nothing-
you do all the time, Zil. This is like the everyday
You do not eat them. I'm sorry. As I
that before.
as I light like a. Actually, no. I walk over to Soul, and I'm like, he like.
Like a flame that's way too large. It's just when like the first inch of it is just charred,
I'm like,
but it
I
is
was
on fire.
like I ash it. And I'm like, and I sit there and I enjoy. I sip my bubbly and I smoke my cigar in my gown. I'm just fucking living it up. Oh, Zill's having the time of his life.
Cool. Anybody
The
at
rest of us don't
Charpok?
even know what to do.
Yeah, the rest of you are just like standing in the room, like,
Join in. Come join me.
I'll join. I'll go smoke a cigar properly.
jump
Yeah.
on in.
Yes.
The water's fine.
Yeah.
Do I roll for addiction?
No.
That's a natural 3.
You're
Oh, no.
addicted.
Well,
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm really sorry, Charpok, but can I quickly just ask, is
Hmm.
Azoth also wearing his robe as well, like me? Like he's stripped down to his skivvies and he's got the robe on?
I'd like to think that like I put it on, but it's a little too small, so I've ripped it in a few.
Like all your
It's like-
horns and stuff just go through it. You're like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, but
sleeveless
on.
now.
Hey, look, it's not about how you wear it. It's about, it's getting into the mindset of wearing the robe. You got to get
I'm
into the
owning it.
mindset of comfort,
Yeah, he's confident about it for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, cool.
Yes, Charfog?
Are there any extra bottles of the grog lying around?
As you guys entered, you noticed that there was an uncorked bottle of wine sitting in a wine cooler off that
Just
main
one?
desk. Well, there's one per room.
Is there any chance I can go downstairs and get 4?
You could try.
Go downstairs and like, Gerald!
So as you begin to leave the room, one of the maids appears out of, like, almost as if coming around a corner, and she's like, "Is there anything I can help you with, sir?"
Yes, where's Gerald?
Gerald is downstairs tending to his duties. Is there anything I can help you with, sir?
Can you get me 4 bottles of whatever that was?
Right away. And then she, like, you see her walk off.
Seeing that, yeah, I'm rolling an insight on that.
He wants to go downstairs now because he was told he can't.
That's much better. That is going to be a 26.
Hard to read.
Hard to read.
Yeah.
On a 26.
Hard to read.
Ooh. In that case,
Almost
I'm
as
going
if these
to-
are, like, blank.
just blank.
Just
Yeah.
blank.
I don't trust that for a second. I'm going to chameleon carapace into the floor, stealth, and just slowly follow her.
Cool. You slowly follow her. What kind of distance are you keeping?
I'm going to keep it it's not a massive warehouse. I'm going to keep it about, like, anywhere from 15 to 10 feet, roughly.
Cool. As you kind of, like, chameleon carapace, I'm going to ask you to do a stealth roll.
Cool. Would that be with advantage because of
Yes,
it now?
because you're chameleon carapace, yes.
Even better. That is a 25.
Sweet. You get about 30 or 40 feet away from where you were, and the maid just completely vanishes.
Yeah. I try and reach towards a mind nearby.
You reach a mind. You hear the voice of Geralt just kind of go, "Oh, I need to rest my feet for a second."
Oh, poor man.
Okay, something's not right here. I've continued downstairs, continuously stealthing and try and find Gerald.
Yeah, cool. Make a investigation check, I guess, to see if you can find him.
Yeah, okay.
I guess you're following. Do you know the direction of your connection, or?
I don't think it's that powerful. Let me just check.
Roll an investigation anyway, and
yeah, okay,
I think
we'll go with that.
after a while of you leaving the 100 feet range or whatever, and then coming back in, you would kind of triangulate. But I guess how fast is determined on this check. So what did you get?
I only got an 8.
An 8. So it takes you a while, but you eventually arrive in what looks to be like a kitchen, and you see Geralt there with his feet up on the desk, with his eyes closed, and he's just like breathing heavily.
Oh man, he's got to relax. Let him. Can I? Oh, actually, no, I can't summon Gerald.
It's at this point that the rest of you, one of the maids walks into the room, almost as if coming out of complete nowhere, with 4 bottles of bubbly.
Yes.
Yeah, she walks in with them on a tray, and she's like, "As requested," and then comes and takes them, puts them on the table, and then bows, and then leaves.
I get up and fill up my glass. I'm fucking max relaxed, and I'm just like,
yes, John.
I don't really care for the finer things. I'm just gonna go and find a corner up the back, keeping somewhat, out of general eyesight.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna keep going through the information about the Wild Mother.
Yeah, sweet. Investigation check on the books. Charpok, did you still have more to do?
Is there a corner or somewhere in the room which is extremely out of sight if I climb up into something?
You could probably climb under one of the tables, and it'd be in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pitch up in there for the night, completely like ingraining myself to the perfect material or the perfect style of the wood. So if you looked over, it would literally just look exactly the same, just a little bit like shoddy.
Yeah, cool. Azoth.
Hazard was first if you want to do his thing.
Oh,
It was 17.
sweet. You spend some time reading about the Wild Mother. You are confident that you've got most of the information you could. Is there something in particular you wanted to glean from this check?
So, now I would know a lot about interactions between gods and civilians, I suppose you could say.
Yep.
I would know that they often grant clerical abilities.
Yes.
Have I ever heard of them granting different abilities, like sorcery? I would kind of know that they vaguely might, but would druid be something that they would grant, or the wild mother specifically?
It's definitely within the realm of possibilities. Yes.
Okay. I'm at some point going to approach Gwilly and relay some of that information and give her the books.
You're
I
muted.
really want to make a Greeley can't read joke, but Greeley can read.
I don't think you could ever play a character that can't read. You're incapable of it.
I believe this might be of use to you. The Wild Mother is a goddess that believes heavily in nature, but is genuinely good at heart, and I believe her values may align with yours. It may be something to consider.
Thank you.
And I'm just going to go and sit in the corner again and then just hang out. Just out of sight.
Just hang out, Just hang out.
Just hang
Just
out.
waiting for a mate.
Yep.
Doing the opposite, basically doing the opposite of fucking Zill. He's hanging out,
Yeah.
but like sitting on a wooden floor in the corner, while Zill's like sitting on this nice padded lounge, just like
I'm just people watching and learning, and people
You say that like Venos is in a bath, just rock
Actually,
out
yeah,
with his cock
Venos-
out, like full on, just like
Venos and I are like kindred spirits right now. We're just like both enjoying just the nice, the finer things in
luxury.
life. Yeah, exactly.
If I knew where you were, I was just going to open the door and then just give you the bubbly, just nonchalant, and then just leave back out.
I just want to, just in lieu of that, I want to get out of the bath, put on a robe, just a robe,
All right.
pick up my bottle of whiskey, go out into the hallway where I assume I see Zill, maybe, and just say,
No, we're in a room.
"Gods." Well, is there a room? Can I find their room?
You definitely can. So as you step out of the room that you're in, the bathroom, one of the maids steps forward to meet you, and she's like, "Are you all done, sir?"
I am. I believe my friends have arrived, though, and I would like to be taken to them.
They
Would
have.
you like to be taken?
I will lead the
I
way.
would.
And she leads the way to the rest of the group.
I'm just gonna walk into the room, just like, oh, finally, we are paid for our deeds. Zill, my man, I see you are a fine connoisseur of those cigars, and I'm gonna just do the like little gimme hands.
Zill is like at this point, yeah.
Uppies.
At this point, Zill is like a bit tipsy. He's had probably like 3 or 4 maybe glasses of this bubbly, and he's like, "Yes, Venos, my friend, come and sit down, please. Enjoy one of these fine cigars."
A trade then, and I'm gonna take a cigar and give him my bottle of whiskey.
I take it and I start pouring myself a glass.
Azoth, you had something?
What time of day is it at the moment?
It's very hard to tell because you're underground. There is still light. There is still Sol. Sol would tell you.
Sorry.
It's exactly whatever time Nathan said.
It's like 5:53. Okay. It's getting to that point where like the artificial light that they create in these tunnels, they're slowly starting to dim it.
Okay. In that case, Azoth would be attempting to learn how to enjoy the finer things, so like trying to copy Zil, but maybe just a little bit too big and bulky, just knocking a bunch of shit over, and every now and then just chewing the end of the cigar just to make sure it wasn't good.
Yeah. Just to make sure that it wasn't him, it was the cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would I have had enough time to maybe mark a short rest?
The lot of you have had enough time to mark a short rest if you would like.
Great question.
At this point, Charpok, the kitchen becomes alive.
I fucking knew it.
The sound of music.
You see the oven light. You see vegetables begin getting chopped by invisible hands, by knives that just like float around the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. I'm just short rest. Die.
Oh. Thought you were
go
rolling
on.
something to see if you'd just like pick up the knife.
No.
Yeah. It's almost as if by magic that this place is cooking, beginning to prepare food.
I do the thing where the meme where where he's holding him back and said, "Let him cook," except I do it with my 4 hands on me. Let them cook. And I'm just gonna watch. And is Gerald awake?
So he would have gotten up at some point and disappeared. What was that?
The fuck is that?
Oh,
It's just a
Can I
plane
ask
flying
Asher?
through Asher and
That's-
Jordy's house.
Yes.
Yeah, your mic.
It's
Asher, your
Ash's
mic.
mic. She doesn't have a headset on, so she can't hear us. Neither of them do.
There we go.
All right, we're good.
Hey,
All right.
airplanes
Yeah, so he gets up.
in the night sky like shooting stars.
I could really use a whiff right now.
Wish right
God damn
now. Wish right now.
Use a wish right now.
Wish spell, 9th level. Let's go. Yeah, sorry, what was your question?
Yeah, so Gerald gets up.
Yeah, Gerald kind of like after a little while before the kitchen starts going, you see him like shake himself awake, it would seem, and he's like, "Oh, right, well, back to work." And he kind of gets up and walks away.
Oh, feel
Like,
bad for
walks
this man.
away. He's in the same room still.
No, he leaves the room.
But the kitchen's empty now.
The kitchen's empty now. And then
Okay.
it begins to light up and do all that kind of crazy stuff.
I crawl out from my little hidey hole. And I look around to make sure no one's in the room apart from random invisible hands chopping things.
Yeah, there's nobody in the room.
Alright, I start rummaging through shit and finding some useful stuff.
Cool. The minute you start rummaging through something, one of the maids appears out of nowhere, and like bends down towards you and is like, "Is there anything I can help you with, sir?"
Yes, actually. Do you mind rummaging through some of this other stuff? I don't have much time.
Okay, is there something in particular we are looking for? And she begins rummaging through whatever, like the box next to yours.
Maid, do you have a name?
My name is Clara.
And last name?
It's just Clara.
That's what I thought. Okay, perfect. I'm looking for anything with monetary value over at least 1 gold.
Okay, I think I can help with that. And then she like
Perfect.
starts rummaging through some stuff.
And I'll leave it at that for now, and we'll do that.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'm gonna skip ahead because like there's nothing really much in a kitchen worth over a gold piece, other than there's probably about she pulls you and her collectively pull 3 collective collectible teaspoons.
Cool.
And probably a handful of gold inlay cutlery.
Gotta write
Perfect.
that down.
I'm adding it to my inventory.
Yeah, make sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna write handful of spoons. And what was the other thing? Sorry.
Well, so it was 3 collectible spoons, so like the little collectible ones with the little images and stuff in them, and then just like a handful of gold inlay cutlery.
Okay, cool.
Cool. The rest of you are greeted by one of the maids, and she bows as she walks in, and she's like, "Dinner is almost ready. May I get your orders?"
Yeah.
I'll look and I'll like look over everyone in the room and start counting. Be like 1, 2, 3. Can I get 8 steaks? And I'll look around. And oh, sorry. Did you guys want anything? Or...
Give me a second. I need to think about it. I need to think about what Zil would order.
Caviar, stuffed lobster, golden
A
inlay.
turducken.
What are our options?
Anything you could really think of, we may be able to whip up for you.
Come on, Nathan, didn't you whip up a menu for us?
I would desperately
Version
take
really.
some ribs right now.
Ribs,
Just a rack
8
of ribs.
steaks. Would you like any particular sauce on your ribs?
Whatever is the spiciest.
And how would you like your steaks?
On me, raw.
Raw? Okay, I'm sure we can manage that.
What the fuck?
Anybody else would like to put any requests in?
Do you have like pancakes and ice cream?
Yes, we definitely can whip some pancakes and ice cream up.
Thank you.
Anything else, anybody?
Yes. Do you have the macaroni with the cheese?
Macaroni.
Strips?
I'm unfamiliar.
Thank you.
Is it literally just gonna be like Kraft mac and
Yeah.
cheese, like microwave mac and
Only
cheese?
good mac and cheese that there is. Can you just cook me some pasta and put some cheese in it? Honestly, that's fine. And I would also like some of those ice cream and pancakes, please.
Okay, we
Thank
can
you.
definitely do that. Pasta with cheese in it. Yes, Azal.
I'm gonna run over to Sol really quick and be like, order more steaks.
I will also have 8 steaks, please.
How would you like your steaks cooked, sir?
Raw.
Raw? Okay. A bit of an interesting palate. So we have 8 raw steaks, ribs with very spicy sauce, pancakes, and cream and ice cream, and then pasta with cheese, and more pancakes and ice cream.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Is there anything else anybody else would like to order?
John's not eating.
What about Bug Boy? What will he want?
He's not
Dropbox,
touching
yeah.
my food.
He's currently microwaving his dinner.
Yeah, I will. Realizing that when Vice says that, like,
Another 8
can we
raw
have
steaks?
another 8 raw steaks, please, for our member who is
That's
not
good.
here right
he,
now.
he can have 4 and then I can have the rest.
No.
Yes, another 8 raw
So
steaks.
32 raw steaks.
No, that's 6. That's yeah, 32.
No.
24 raw steaks.
Okay,
Not right.
that's
I have a
a lot,
question.
but
Is this on the house, or are we getting like a tab at the end?
this is all paid for by Edward Griswold.
Oh, legend.
Make it 2 bowls of ice cream then.
Can we just confirm it's macaroni with the cheese?
With cheese.
Again, I
We're
do
going
not
all
know
out.
what this macaroni is.
Just pasta. The pasta with the cheese.
What kind of pasta? Like
The
noodles or
littlest
like
one you can find.
the littlest
Basically.
pasta I can find?
Tiny
Just
Okay.
pasta
pasta.
tubes.
Important.
Yes, pasta tubes. Yeah.
Hello, Reynos Occult. Thank you
that-
for the follow.
Ah. Oh, thank you for the follow.
Welcome to follow.
Welcome to our Mimic Club.
Welcome to cheese. Just
You're
is that-
welcome.
do you have like the pasta that's like a wheel? That's pretty cool.
But wheels are like big.
Can I just have some pasta? Literally any type of pasta
We
that you
have
have in
cheese
there.
on the wheel.
And you know what? That too. That's fine. Yep.
Okay.
Skyrim style.
I think
just
I
eating
understand.
A cheese wheel.
Just gonna eat do that regularly in real life. Just give me I just want pasta with cheese on it.
Okay.
Ah,
We
the
can do
autism
that. We
special.
can do that. Yes,
no,
Sil?
thank you. The autism specialist tomato sauce.
Yeah. Yes. Leave me out of your autisticness. Leave me be with my ADHD.
Zil? Or Charpok, who was first?
I just
Zil can
want
go, it's
to
fine.
relay my dinner order. I've thought long and hard about it, and Zil would have a nice, like, just curried vegetables. Yeah, just like a nice, hearty, curried vegetable with rice.
And we split a beef ragu.
Yeah, I know well.
I'm gonna sadly
Also-
eat one of my last good berries.
Just
Also, canonically, Zil is also vegan.
Of
Canonically.
course.
Yeah.
yes, Charpok?
He ate bacon.
So, assuming that this order has gone through and I'm currently in the kitchen, do I
Yeah.
see this food being made?
You do see this food being made.
As I rummage around, and obviously we're taking our time with this,
Of course.
every single bit of meat that is being not prepared, I'm taking one exact bite out of.
Okay, fair enough. So you have now eaten your dinner, 32 bites of steaks.
It's equivalent of about 16 steaks.
Yeah, 16 steaks.
Just imagine like Fantasia. Na 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 na. Hum, hum.
Clara kind of
Fantasia.
like you see her as she's rummaging through stuff, trying to give you a hand. Goes, oh, dinner is almost ready. Can you accompany me to the dining hall?
No, yes, of course. On the way up, do you have any form of like big dish that I can sit in? Perhaps I don't like a lot of light either. Do you have like something to put over the top of me?
I'm sure I could find that while you're having dinner. Yes.
Yes, I would like to be carried up in that if that's all right.
Okay. And then you see her like kind of go around a corner and
Girl.
out of
Also,
sight.
the dish is probably a little bit too like rough and just flat. Like if you could put some like bedding on it. So if you have any leaves lying around, that'd be perfect.
Oh
Am I
my
missing
god.
a joke?
Yeah, he's getting served up on a platter.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking eat him. You wait.
Ooh, don't threaten me with a good time.
The rest of you are guided
Bye.
towards
Come to Denver.
the dining hall, where you guys are escorted in and given seats. You all notice that Charpok is not with you currently, and then you see Clara walking into the room with this giant silver bowl, with a lid on top, and she kind of
It must be your steaks.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
She kind of walks in and doesn't know what to do, so she puts it on one of the seats, and then gets up and then like leaves. And then before leaving, she bows and she's like, "Your food will be here momentarily, and so will Vimbria." And then she leaves.
I'm gonna take the lid off.
You take the lid off, and what do they see?
What are you doing? Let me rest. I try to pull it back.
You wanna fuck around? I'm trying to grab it and try to bite him.
I'm not a lobster.
Yeah, within a couple of moments from then, you hear the door open up. For those that look over, you see Vimbria standing there. She kind of standing there very tall and upright. She gives off a sigh and then walks in. You can kind of see her rolling her eyes as she walks towards the head of the table and sits
Oh
at
my
the head
God.
of the table.
Venos, she's like a female version of you.
I am not a female version of him. He is
But you're-
beneath me.
Yeah, but like he says the same about us. So you kind of like
I would appreciate if we all dine in silence.
yes,
Then
milady.
We will get to the talking.
And like that really dramatic moment, and me and Charpok still like wrestling in the back.
Yeah,
trying
you
to-
just like stop and look.
Sorry, as Vimbriel
Vimbria.
walks into the room, I'm just gonna lean over to Zil and say, "Hey, did it just get like a little bit colder in here?"
Man, I wanted to say when she walked in, I wanted to be real charming and like a bit of a suck up and just be like, Wait, fuck, what's her name?
Oh, what's your name?
Miss Stonehope, I'm so glad that you could join us tonight. Your company is always cherished among us.
You see,
Among
she
us.
just kind of gives you that look. She
Can I-
like
can I-
lifts
can I
one.
make a come on? Give me like a persuasion roll or
Fine,
something.
make a persuasion roll.
Yes. Come on. I want to be charming. That is a 15.
She gives you a snarling kind of like look.
Oh.
She just goes, "Not now, pretty boy."
Oh, okay. Damn. Whew.
Did I hear that?
Yeah, the rest of you would have heard that.
I'm giving you eyes.
Yeah,
The
staring
eyes
back
or
at-
her
He's
eyes?
mine.
Actually, I'm giving Venos eyes. Because I wasn't allowed to talk to the guy at the market because the Zil.
Now Zill's off laundering himself.
Hey, look. I wasn't flirting with her. I was just trying to be a suck up because I know that she is in good with Edward Griswold. I want to be in good standings.
Was good with the food or whatever he was selling.
I would just like to point out that Vimbria is not a child.
I am not a child.
Neither is Ollie.
I am an 18-year-old.
Child.
As soon as there's like an awkward silence, and after me and Azoth has finished wrestling, after he's out there eats my freaking lobster leg, I'm going to talk in her mind and just be like, "Oh, that's fine. We can eat in silence. I can actually eat and talk in your mind at the
dear
same
God.
time, so it's perfectly fine with me. I actually prefer to eat in silence."
Just you get silence from her.
Wow, this is very odd. Most people respond to you. How rude.
You what you get back in your mind is an eye roll. Like however that translates into thought process, that's what you feel. You just feel like you're being eye rolled at.
You feel
Did
a
you
sudden
just-
wave of exasperation walking.
Did you just create mind emojis?
Yes, I did. Mind emojis.
Oh god.
Yeah, so within a few seconds, just go down a little bit when you do that so that like the eyes line up.
Ready? You got it.
Sorry.
Ooga, honk honk.
We're children. We're all
Yeah,
fucking
you
children.
definitely are. Within a matter of moments, your dishes are served in front of you. Sol, like there's 8 steaks piled high on a plate, each one with almost an identical bite mark out of them. Ali, you get that. Oh, actually, I'll come back to you. Azoth, you get the same similar 8 steaks piled high. Yep. I know you
Can I
said
roll it?
32, didn't you? That's what you're going to say.
No, I was going to say, can I roll insight to try to figure out if it's Charpok's bite? Would I recognize it?
Go ahead. Roll an insight check.
I wouldn't recognize these bite marks anywhere.
I
That
reckon I-
bastard.
It's a 15.
Do I make a deception check with my mouth?
Well, I'm going to say in this particular instance, you know it's been bitten out. It looks like it could have come from Charpok, but you're not 100% sure.
I'm going to go ahead and blame him. See, if I am holding cutlery, which I will be using it to look fancy.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait, give it a second. I think you're good.
Just stop moving when you speak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Be completely still. If I'm holding cutlery, which I wouldn't be using, but I'd hold it to look like I'm doing what everyone else is doing, it's bending with rage as I'm looking at Charpok.
Sweet. John and Gwilly, no plate is put in front of you. Venos, you get this big, steaming, fresh stack of ribs. It's probably a good half meter to a meter long. Covered in this really nice, like spicy barbecue kind of sauce to it. Vi, you brought out pancakes and ice cream. The pancakes are fluffy and they look absolutely delicious. There's another small plate of like fruit and berries that you can mix in. Zil, yours by far probably smells the best out of all of the dishes. It gives off this real nice curry aroma.
Speak for yourself.
Ali, so yours is exactly what you asked for. It is literally a block of cheese sitting on top of pasta.
You know what?
A block and not a wheel. How
A
rude.
block, yeah, not a whole wheel, just a block of cheese
You know what
that's
would
sitting on
have
top
been
of
really
pasta.
cool if they did that really fancy thing where they hollowed out, like got some of the cheese out of the wheel of cheese. But you know what? It's cheese on
You
top
put
of
the pasta
pasta.
in the cheese.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna start breaking up the cheese and trying to mix it through, and then I'll eat my
Nice.
cheese and pasta.
You notice that the meal that gets served in front of Vimbria looks to be some kind of like filet mignon. Very delicate looking. It's got a nice like creamy white sauce over the top of it. Yeah, John?
After spending a fair bit of this time looking around, is there like any sort of paraphernalia on the walls or just in the room or something that would suggest an allegiance to something?
Not really, no. It's just colored to the same way as the outside. They're just plain blank walls. They don't even have like pictures or paintings or anything like that hanging on them.
Okay.
They're just plain bare walls. Who's next? Sol? Or Venos?
The whole dinner, Saul pushes the 8 steaks over to Azoth and then just picks up the cutlery and makes like cutlery noises on the plate as if he's actually eating, just so everyone else is less uncomfortable with him just like sitting there weirdly at the table, but he's just cutting nothing.
He's like, yes, this air burger. Yes, Venos?
2 things. Is the spicy ribs very spicy?
They are. They like almost burn your lips before you even touch them.
Beautiful. Well, that's what we like to hear. I'm going to cut off 2 ribs. I'm going to offer them to Azoth and say, so I hear you've been trying to breathe fire. I'm going to give him 2 incredibly spicy ribs.
Yeah, fuck me up and taking them.
Cool. Make a con save, just out of complete curiosity.
7.
These are real spicy, and then they are almost like an inferno in your mouth.
That's a bit saucy.
My cold breath at the dinner table, destroy a few things, trying to...
You definitely can, if you'd like.
No, I won't do that, so I'll be responsible, but I'm struggling.
You're just doing these ones.
Yeah. Reaching for some bubbly and wine and then still doing the, like, flinch back.
Cool. Dinner is enjoyed. Dinner is eaten. What are you shaking your head at?
Chat.
Yeah. Chat is popping off.
Okay.
She's being amazing.
Stop it, you saucy minx.
I think that's gonna work.
Yeah, dinner is enjoyed. The whole time, Vimbria is completely silent. And yeah.
Did I roll a general insight on her again?
You definitely can. Plates are cleared.
Yeah, that is a 28 with a natural 20 in my guidance.
Yeah. Nice. What are you trying to glean from her? Like, what are you trying to get from her?
I don't trust
Give me a direction of this insight.
I don't trust a single thing about this woman. As soon as we got here, something seemed shifty. Obviously, we defended the train. We made sure that a cargo got here safe. I would assume that she would be a little bit more, grateful for that.
Yeah.
said she just gave us a cold shoulder. She was an absolute bitch about us. I feel like she isn't telling me everything about like the bandits that tried to kill us and everything. I want to know if her intentions are to harm us before we leave this place.
So you definitely get that she's not. She's definitely not telling you everything she knows. Gathering from like what Geralt said and like just her demeanor, the aura around her, you get that this is her personality. Like being, to put it bluntly, being a bitch is her personality. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I love her.
You can't glean an answer of whether or not she's going to hurt you.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else off that 28 insight?
What we'll do is we'll go into conversation because she's about to speak,
Okay.
and then I'll let you maybe ask another question about what's something that maybe she said, and then I'll give you further insight on that. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. As like tea, like as in drinking tea, is served to whoever wants it. You see Vimbria as she kind of sits there with one leg over the other, sipping her tea. And then she goes, "Look, the real reason you are here is to find out who has been telling the bandits of our routes, of our what do you call it?
Schedules?
Yeah, schedules. Thank you. Of our schedules. We have reason to believe that it is somebody within this camp. However, we do not have a person. Edward has sent you here to find said person and either bring them back or at least bring them to justice.
I'm confused. Edward said that we were to escort this and head back, so now we're being given another job.
I can get Edward to tell you himself if you would like.
I mean, I think Edward would need to speak to our captain, if that's right, Zil. Zil!
Yes.
Yes.
In the room.
If this is what Master Griswold has asked of us, then I mean, the way we've been treated tonight, I'm more than happy to help out. As long as it obviously doesn't require anything too taxing, we just need to do a little bit of investigating. I'm more than happy to help. I'm assuming the crew is more than happy to help out with that.
And to answer your question, Insect Man, maybe he have mentioned it when you first met him if you weren't so rude. If you lot weren't so rude.
I was quite lovely, honestly.
Yeah, don't lump me in with them.
You don't have to hold your hand up.
Yeah, you don't have to hold your hand up. That's the end of... Oh, who wants to go?
I wanted to ask her a question.
Go ahead.
No. So you said you believe that the person who is spreading this information is within this camp, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Do you have a list of suspects or anything, like who at least who would have access to that sort of information, so that
Yeah, like
we-
who knows the shipment times? Because that's
So
a good
that-
place to start.
so that we can, have somewhere to start looking rather than interviewing everyone in the camp?
There is only select few people who know of the times, the schedules of the trains.
And I'm assuming that they are the suspects?
I do not believe any one of them to have ties with this organization, but you are welcome to talk to them.
So what you're saying is you don't have any suspects as of yet?
There is nobody here that I believe would offer this information out.
Right. Okay. Yes. If you could give us that list, it would be greatly appreciated, so that we could start with the investigation as soon as possible.
She then gives you a grouping of names. I'm not going to say them in her accent because you'll probably get them wrong if I say them in her accent, because y'all don't listen. No, I'm kidding.
No, we don't.
So there's the Quarry Master, which is her, Vimbria Stone Hope. There's the Assistant Quarry Master, which is Foric Brown Axe.
Sorry, give me a second. What was that? How do I spell that?
Forhic. Foric.
Yep.
Brown Axe.
Dysphoric.
Brown.
Phallic.
Yes,
the worst
phallic
kind
brown
of
axe.
axe.
Yep.
And then there's the Supply Master.
Yeah. Give me a second.
By the name of Saida Oloquen.
Sidar.
Saida. Saida.
Yeah.
Oloquen. Oloquen.
Oloquen.
No.
Yep.
Qen.
Oh, Qen. Sorry.
Yep. And then the training specialist, which is Reeve Owain.
Say that again. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Okay, cool. I've got it written
The
down.
whole
All good.
list, or
No, just that last one.
Reeve Owain.
Cool.
Oh wait.
Thank you.
So she tells you those names. They all work out of Quarry Control. They're like the head honchos. They're pretty much one of the only people. And then she kind of goes, every once in a while, Hayden knows about them too.
Hayden.
Yes.
And who is he?
He's a bit of a crackpot down south, near the Crystal Conclave.
Oh, is that crack?
Okay. Yes. The Crystal Conclave?
Yes. You probably saw it on your way in. It is a big, open, water-filled area full of crystals. Multiple colors.
Okay. Interesting. Well, thank you for that. Does anyone else have any questions?
If we find out who is responsible for, leaking the schedule or whatnot, did you want us to bring them in alive or just,
That is up to you.
So, what if we just all kill all three?
Then the mind would not function. I would very much prefer you to just eliminate the one that is leaking the information.
Okay, how about this? We bring back something identifiable.
That will do.
Okay, pinky toe it is.
Yes, why?
May I suggest that we set a date for shipment, but different dates for each person, and then see which date that the bandits are contacted with, and then we can tell which person it is.
That is the issue. We have tried this in the past. The bandits still have gotten to each shipment.
But not actually have a shipment, but just have a fake shipment.
I am not going to do all of the paperwork for a shipment and not send a shipment.
Okay. Well, verbally tell people? So, tell, one person that, it's May the 3rd, and then another person, oh, no, it's May 5th.
What is May? What is May the 3rd?
Do you not have May?
You do.
Maybe.
I was just making a joke.
Anyway.
How deep do we have to get into the Julian calendar?
Yeah. Because it implies that there was a Rome in the D&D universe.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, if we verbally told each individual a different date, and then we're trying to track down the communication, we'd be able to narrow down which individual it was.
That is the issue. Each member of this list that I have given you, if verbally given the information, they know not to discuss, they know not to action anything until they see written authorization.
Oh, okay. Well, I apologize for my suggestion then.
Is there anything else?
Yes, what I would need is at least 100 feet of rope, 3 short swords, at least a bear trap, nothing smaller or it won't work, and 3 thistles the size of your right leg.
Fucking Christ.
Is there
That is
anything
incredibly specific.
else?
No, my lady. You
Earlier in the night, I had asked about what the weird crystal glow in the distance was, and nobody ever clarified that for me.
I'm sure one of the maids will tell you.
Yes, but you could tell me. You see, if you stopped being so cold for a moment.
Make an intimidation check.
You see, that was good.
What are you doing, Jordan?
I'm trying to find my intimidation check.
It's the top one. The top one. There you go. No, that's investigation.
That was intimidation. For 10.
10. She just kind of like snarls a little bit at you and is like, hold your tongue. You know
Can
who
Venos
not
be a little
you
bit
are.
turned on?
You definitely
I
can
will
be if
try
you
and
would like
fail
to
to
be.
give him guidance.
I don't think you want to be near him right now.
Well, I have business to attend to. So
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time tonight. We will get back to you as soon as we have any further information on what is happening here.
I look forward to it. Make a perception check, Zil.
Oh no! Oh. That is an dirty 20.
Cool. Anybody with passive perception, probably over like a 13, would click the side of this if you were looking at Vimbria. And Zil, you definitely click what looks to be like a slight wink.
Zil is so uncomfortable.
Towards Zill?
Towards Zil.
Like a flirtatious way?
Yeah, it's definitely flirtatious in nature.
Having seen this, I'm gonna say like, I like a strong woman, Zil, and I'm gonna like do the little elbow thing, the little like. I think you should have a go.
Anyway, I will retire to my chambers. She gets up and she leaves the room.
Zil is like visibly shaken. He's like,
you have time to discuss if you'd like to discuss. Otherwise, you can ask any questions of the maids.
Zil's going straight to the bedroom. Like he is fucking shook. He's just gone straight to bed. He's like, no, I can't deal with this. I want to bed.
Just so you know, Zil and everyone else here, the maids aren't exactly real.
Oh.
So you know.
They seem a bit odd.
Yeah, so if you were going to try anything with them, Venos, just suggesting it's not going to happen.
Worry not.
What do you mean?
I have had a whole bottle of whiskey, and it would not happen anyway.
It would not happen anyway.
Performance issues, I get it.
I've heard it's like 1 in 5.
Wait,
Zil,
I have... Never mind.
Never mind. Just no. Just no.
Chapok likes those odds.
I have 4 arms, so it's fine.
I was gonna say, yeah, it was like at least one of Chapok's 5 will work.
Zil or Gwilly, who was next?
Gwilly, you go first.
Gwilly?
Are we underground?
Yes.
Continue.
Oh.
Is there anywhere? There's nowhere that we can see the sky.
Nah. And nor would you want to, because if it's really close to the sun, so if you could see the sun, the sky, it would probably burn you.
Okay. And the the bit with the crystals and the water is quite far away?
No, it's like within walking distance.
Okay.
It's probably a good, like, I don't know, less than half an hour walk from where you are.
Oh, I'd like to go there.
Cool.
No, there's a sneak out, but we can do other things.
Cool. Zil?
I would like to amend my statement, what I said before, that Zil goes to the room and goes straight to bed. Zil goes to the room and just starts like chain smoking cigars. He's just like burns, just sucks the whole thing down in one go. It's like lights another one. Like, yeah, he's chain smoking.
Cool. Chain smokers, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know a Chainsmokers song, otherwise I would have tried to work that in as a joke.
Yeah.
Closer?
Closer and
Yeah.
on my road.
And let me take a selfie.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yes.
Let me the Todd special.
Oh,
Yeah, so are you going alone, Gwilly, to the Crystal Conclave, or?
I'm not going to tell anyone, but...
Yes, Charvok?
Up to you. Do you walk away subtly or?
No, not really.
Alright, can I clock that she's going
They.
somewhere?
Yeah.
Alright, I will follow, but sneakily.
Cool. So you walk for a little bit and get to the Crystal Conclave. You see like this large underground like lake. The whole walls and the floor of this lake is just multicolored crystals of all shapes, all colors, all sizes. In the center of this lake, you see almost like an island made out of crystals that kind of jut up and become like this, almost like a spire within this lake. With what little light is reflecting off the walls in the cave, the water glistens, the crystals like almost have this like aurora borealis kind of look to them, as like little bits of light hit them and just refract throughout the...
This time of day, this part of this time of year, and this part of the country localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes. May I see it?
Yeah.
No.
Tis a good meme.
Tis a good meme. Yeah. So yeah.
So
that's
there's
what you
water?
say. There is water, yes.
Okay, Gwilly's gonna like drop everything and go into the water and like trance.
So bear in mind that the water, like under the water, there is no solid floor. It is all jutting crystals.
Are they sharp?
They definitely look sharp in places.
How deep is the water?
It looks to be like it gets deeper and deeper as you go further back. But it's probably about less than 5 feet deep. At the like the entry point.
Oh, you can float in 5 feet of water. You played yourself.
I didn't play myself.
Yeah, Gwilly will fucking dive in. And
Yeah,
I guess
cool.
die, depending on how friendly you're feeling.
Oh god.
Dead.
Wrong choice of words.
I'm not feeling friendly at all. Yeah, sweet. So you dive into the water. The water is cool. It feels light. It's definitely, it's nice. Like the feeling is nice. Very nice. It's a nice feeling. Very descriptive.
What does it feel like?
Very good.
Feels like
Would
water.
it feel like 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen? Wait, is it the other way around, Jordan?
No, you're right.
Can I, if I like float in the water, can I trance?
Look, I'd probably let ya in this
Yeah, I
particular instance.
I'm gonna just sort of trance and try and feel some sort of connection if I can.
Okay. Yep. Are you just trying to feel a connection or?
To anything, yeah.
Okay, cool. Make me a vibe check.
I have
What would
excellent
this
vibes.
check be? Let's do a.
Religion?
Wisdom.
Yeah, I was thinking religion or maybe wisdom check.
I'll do wisdom.
Yeah.
Just quickly, are there any
that-
animals around?
No, there is not.
Nothing in the water?
Well, there's Gwilly in the water.
She's not an animal. How dare you?
Wisdom.
Not an animal. They're not an animal.
Hey.
1 second. Can I
It
still
wasn't
use
me
lucky?
this time. You definitely can.
Cool. 22.
22, cool. As you just kind of like float in this pool of nice feeling water. Oh Jesus! I'm gonna get my descriptive words out, my thesaurus. You feel almost as if like the current is like pulling you and pushing you in certain ways. But you know that there is no current because there is no like form of water, if that makes sense.
I'm just gonna go with it if I can.
Yeah.
If it's strong enough for that.
You go with it, and you feel the presence of something. You don't know what it is, but there is a presence of something. And then you feel the presence of two somethings.
Oh.
Charpok, could I get a perception check, please?
Haha, can I guidance myself or is this unexpected?
I'll let you guidance yourself because you actively said that you were looking around and you asked if there were any animals.
Looking at a naked elf. What a creep.
That's I rolled a 10 plus 8 perception plus a 2 on guidance, so a dirty 20.
Cool. As you see Gwilly lying there doing their thing in the water.
Phrasing, go on.
You kind of like look around the area and you see a single raven sitting atop one of the crystal stacks.
Ooh.
How far away is that raven?
It is sitting on one of the crystal stacks on the far end, and it just seems intently watching.
Okay. I'm not going to move. I'm going to keep a firm eye on that raven and see what it does.
It just sits there watching, and then every once in a while you see it do like the bird look around thing, and then it like moves a couple of steps, moves a couple of things, flaps its wings, but it's more or less watching intently what Gwilly is doing.
Okay. Is there any way I can move a little bit closer without entering the water, but just closer in general?
You can get to the water's edge, but other than that, you would have to be climbing the crystal surfaces along the wall in order to get closer to it.
No, I'll just sit at the water's edge in squat pose.
Cool.
Just watching.
You sit there, squat pose. Gwilly, yeah, you feel the presence of these two things. You don't know, you can't explain what these two things are. You just know it's like that feeling of being watched. But you're being watched by two things, and you can two very nice things. You get this feeling as if they're two opposing forces.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Do I get anything else?
Not at this stage, no.
Okay. Well,
Other than the water is nice.
The water is still nice.
The water is still nice. It is nice water.
I guess I'll chill and see if anything happens, I suppose.
Cool.
Just like continue like meditating.
Cool. After a good 3 hours in, if you're continuing to meditate, Charpok, as you're watching this raven, it kind of flies to and from certain crystal perches. But then after about 3 hours, Gwilly, you stop feeling that feeling of being watched. And you wouldn't know this at the time, Charfok, but at that same instant, you just see a feather fall on top of one of the crystal perches, and that raven is gone.
Would the raven have gotten anywhere within 30 feet of me, roughly?
No.
Okay. Right.
Eyeball.
Crossbow.
That looks like good eating.
Alright.
May I just say that is not a good idea?
No. No, but I'll just wait until Gwilly's done, and then I won't move. I'll let her know my presence is there.
Hello.
I won't say anything. I'll just wait until she looks. No, I'll wait until she looks my way and she sees me first.
They.
Yeah, Reese. Jeez, get it right. I'm joking. I do it all the time. Yeah, sweet. The rest of you can go to sleep if you'd like to fall asleep for the night.
Can I just ask what the sleeping arrangements are?
There are 3 large beds.
I want to. Yeah, I know.
I
but
can
I want to. I
actually
want to
show
know.
you an image.
I want to know where everyone's staying.
Let me just quickly edit this image.
Can I
So
just
you can
say the
see
last time we brought up a bed battle map?
Yeah. It was not good. I would like to. I'm assuming there's like, how I picture it is like 2. Oh, okay. Oh, so there. Oh, okay. That's not.
I
how
just put
pictured
all
it.
your tokens in one room because,
So there's
like,
3 on the left.
You can
I-
move between rooms.
yeah,
Can I move between rooms?
you definitely
Can I
should be
not-
able
You
to.
can go outside.
Can I not be dead?
Oh.
No. Oh, now I just made you invisible. Let me. Yep, you're not dead.
I'm off the bed.
Voila!
Gwilly, your sacrifice is in vain.
I would like to go to the door at the very end of the hallway,
Cool.
and this is the room I'm staying in. This one, yeah.
Cool. Feel free to divide yourselves into rooms.
I'm gonna post up next to this flower pot like one of the other soldiers that are standing in the hallway.
Yeah.
I am going to sit on the dead middle of the left-hand side bed, just arms out, just
Yeah, I mean, Zill's doing the same thing. He's like fucking max relaxing.
Are you in the bed with me?
No, I'm in the other. I'm in the far.
Wow, the fucking
You got him
audacity on you.
excited.
I want my. I'm living large. Oh,
Living la vida.
John's come to join me. Ooh, cuddle buddies.
Oh wait, is that Venos? Okay, yeah, no, fuck that.
I like how you're all just playing like make believe with the map right now.
Yeah.
It's like kids with Barbies, honestly.
John, yeah. John, are you just standing in the room?
John's quite used to not sleeping on like beds and that sort of stuff, so he's just found the quietest room, and he's just gonna chill in the corner.
Okay.
And then,
Cool.
like,
Bruh, there's a
sleep
table
up
and a
against
chair. At least read a book or something.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to sleep, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna, just kind of sit in the corner,
Actually-
keep out of the way, and
If Gwilly's in there, I will probably would have.
Gwilly's not there.
Gwilly is not there. Gwilly is
not there. Gwilly
in
is-
some nice water.
Sleep in
Okay.
that water.
That's right. All right. The spy's got survivor's guilt, so she don't want anything to do with Gwilly right now. She freaking the fuck out.
Cool.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, so you all bed down for the night and try and get some sleep. Arlie,
Oh.
Nah.
I need a
Fine,
wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
I almost marked off a long rest.
Don't do that. That would be silly. That's an. I rolled an 18. It's an 18.
Cool. You hear a voice creep into your brain as you begin to slumber. A deep, throaty voice.
Hello, little one.
Yeah, it is Charpok.
I'm watching you sleep.
Oh,
Don't worry, not in a creepy way, but in a super helpful way.
You should do like calm bedtime stories for us.
Not in that voice. You can't do anything calm in that voice.
You were sleeping.
Yeah, you hear a voice. It sounds, well, it's not more so much of a voice, but a sound. You just hear breathing. Not panting, but like a deep breathe in, breathe out.
Hello?
That's all you get.
Hmm.
You can wake up if you think that'd wake you up.
I think the rhythm might put me to sleep. Oh.
It's like a white noise machine.
That's what I wanted. Yeah, you fall asleep.
Cool. Can we mark off a long rest?
Sol,
Good.
I'll get a perception check, please.
Dicky Noodles.
Dicky Noodles.
Yeah. 21.
21, cool. You standing in the hallway, you hear whispers from coming down the hallway. You hear the words, "Fuck, there's one of them out the front. What the fuck are we supposed to do?" And then another voice just kind of goes, "I don't fucking know. We'll come back tomorrow night or something. We'll come back."
Yeah, okay. I'll just take note of the direction and the voice.
So it was coming from the left-hand side.
Okay.
And it was like very rough voice.
Okay.
Some would say, no, I'm not going to say that. Some would say, I'm not going to say that.
A little bit to the lefty.
Yes, a little bit to the lefty.
You all can mark off a long rest, thanks to Sol completely
Thank
inverting
you, Sol.
that combat.
So
I just have a quick question. While we were all resting, was Gwili off doing her meditation in the Crystal Lake?
Yeah.
She was.
Yes.
They were. Sorry.
They were.
They
sorry.
were.
And what about Charpok? Was he
Why
squatting
are
there
they
and taking a rest there?
I mean, up to you.
I mean, yeah, if it takes that long, I'm just making sure nothing bad happens and if anything interesting happens.
Yeah.
While they were resting, did Venos feel anything?
No. Not at all. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you mark off a long rest. You all come to consciousness in the morning. There is a maid in each one of your rooms as you guys awake. They all bow in unison, not that you would know because they're all in separate rooms. And they're like,
myself.
Is there anything we can fetch you for breakfast?
Pancakes and ice cream.
The stick. Sorry.
The full service I see.
Yes.
Zill asks for hash browns.
Cool. Within a matter of moments, this stuff is brought to your rooms. You can enjoy breakfast in bed or on the table or wherever you
I'm
like.
enjoying breakfast in bed with a cigar.
With a cigar.
Yeah, with a cigar.
Oh, we're having bacon and eggies in bread. In bed.
In bread?
In bread?
Yeah, in bread.
A bacon and egg sandwich, bacon and eggies in bread.
Yes, Charfok?
Once Gwili gets up and everything, and when she noticed me, if she doesn't notice, I'm literally just going to point at the little crystal rock where the raven feather dropped, and I'll just be like, yeah, grab that, just in case.
I'm not going to grab a raven feather. Well, I'll grab it, but then I'll give it to Sharpak if I can get to it.
You go to where the raven feather was and find no such raven feather.
Oh well.
For
Okay.
clarity,
Did I see where it went?
It almost just vanished. As if the minute you untook your eyes off it, it just disappeared.
to clarify, when you said I felt two things watching me, was it one the raven and one Sharpak, or was there
No.
another thing?
No.
Okay.
There was another thing. So technically, it would have been 3 things for watching
Okay.
it.
Okay then.
I asked one of the
I-
maids if there was any more guests in the place last night.
There were no other guests. No, you are the first guests we've had in quite some time.
Was there anyone on the premises that does not work on the premises?
The 4 heads that work at Quarry Control also have rooms here.
Mm.
Interesting. Thank you.
Cool. John?
So we're up. Oh yeah,
Oh.
John. Sorry.
I am avoiding eating the food here. I am going to say I'm going to head to the market. I believe that's a market. I know we haven't exactly talked about it, the Haddon's Hut.
No, that is not a market.
Is there a market here?
No,
Sorry.
there is not a market here. The closest
Can
thing
there
to
be
a
a market
shop
here?
is Hayden's
gonna-
Hut.
I just gonna ask, mate, is there a establishment here that I can buy general goods from? I tend to collect herbal items. I was wondering if there's someone nearby that I could grab some.
Unfortunately, no, we do not have a general shop. I can definitely get you anything you require.
I would like to fund the local area. I was hoping to maybe buy some food while I'm out. I'd like to
If you're
spread the wealth to the lesser.
if you're looking at funding the local area, the only shop in this this quarry is Hayden's Hut, which is just a little bit south of here near the Crystal Conclave. He sells all matter of personally made gem designs and whatnot.
Oh, okay. I believe someone who might be interested in that. Thank you.
Kind of nods.
Yeah, I'm still gonna avoid them and avoid eating the food, but I'm gonna head down towards where Charpok and Gwilly are. Just relay that information that I'm gonna go out and see them.
Go. Zil?
I would like to, after finishing my breakfast of hash browns and a cigar, I would like to knock on the middle room's door, just and enter if they allow me.
Sol gives you an awkward nod as you walk past him.
I enter the room and kind of am like, because that was the room with the most people in it, wasn't it? Yeah, because it was Azoth, Ali, and Vi were in there, and I would like to say, well, I think we have some. I believe we have some investigating that needs to be done today. Who I feel like we should try and get it done as fast as possible. I will go and interview the assistant quarry master, Thoric Brownaxe. I've got it written in my notes. If anyone wants to join me, or they can head off and interview one of the other quarry masters.
Sol will poke his head in the door and go, excuse me, Captain. I might suggest that I am present for all interviews, as I believe I overheard some of them talking last night.
That
And
is a good idea, yes.
They were intending to do something to us, but because of my position, they did not. But I would recognize the voice if I heard it.
Interesting. Okay, well, then then maybe we should do these interviews one by one. And we should be able to get them done throughout the course of the day.
I believe it would shorten the list to only 2.
I agree. Well, thank you for your input, Sol. Well, we should head off as soon as everyone's ready.
I'm just gonna flick Sidewinder out and gonna say, Sidewinder and I think we can do some intimidation.
Don't you have a sword
I'm gonna
now?
kiss the barrel. So
It's a gun
Sidewinder
sword.
the gun is my focus. I have to apparate the gun into a sword.
Ah.
It's like, think of
Confusing,
it,
sure.
he's essentially just carrying around a gun handle.
The gun
It's essentially what it is.
And then it turns into a gun sword like Squall from Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Except he can't actually shoot the gun. He only casts his Eldritch
No, it
Blast.
just turns into a sword.
Charfok?
Waiting way too long. I'm like, Grilly, come back. It's morning now. I think.
Yeah, it is.
So, what were you trying to do?
It's at this point, Charfok, that you notice that the crystal near her forehead, completely gone.
Even like
It was-
where it was embedded?
It wasn't embedded. It was in like a
It was
circlet.
in like a, circlet. So where it was embedded in the
okay.
circlet, completely gone.
You usually have jewelry on.
Technically, I still do have jewelry on.
Where? Actually, don't answer that. I don't want to know. But you're right. You don't seem yourself. Same coloration. I don't know. You seem off.
How do you be yourself when you've given up all that you are?
Well, from personal experience, once I've given up myself, I usually take over someone else and betray them until I find myself again.
I don't think I do a good Charpok impression.
Eventually, you'll find yourself again. You just need to know where to look. Where do you think you should look?
I don't know. Maybe just keep finding the closest thing to nature I can until I find it.
Did you notice that there was a raven looking at you?
Didn't feel very natural.
No, I just thought it was odd that the only creature in an underground cavern is a raven.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
So yes, I thought it was quite curious myself. I've been meaning to ask and get some time alone with you. Did you grow up on some large jungle planet by chance?
Kind of? Did I? God?
Yeah. So, the Feywild is notorious for being like overgrown and it's jungle-esque, but it's like all matter of crazy kind of flora and fauna.
Well, we had like houses, but yeah, there was the jungle around the houses, and sometimes in the houses, and yeah.
So yes, I went a little bit odd yesterday in the tavern. And I thought I
That's
saw
okay.
something.
You're always a little bit odd.
I was actually agree with you there. How you're funny, but this time, I swear I saw this planet, and then I could be mistaken, but maybe a younger version of you, or I don't know. It seemed odd, but I wasn't at that tavern. I was on this planet. I saw something, and I've been meaning to ask: do you still think of that place?
Yes.
Nathan, at this point, do I see anything? And I'm just squinting very hard to see if anything's...
Make a perception check.
I don't know if I'll ever be allowed to go back there, though.
+1 for my guidance, but a +8 on perception, so 28.
Awesome. Yes, you do. You see...
Do you want to describe it?
You see a few strands of what look like web, kind of like loosely floating in the air that just as you're squinting, you can see them, but they fade in your peripheral vision and become completely imperceptible.
This might come as an odd query to you, but have you had any form of experience with the forgotten and a long-lost place, or maybe someone that has found themselves in a location that they could never supposedly return from?
There are some people I don't know. I don't know where they are. And they were supposed to come back and they didn't. And then one that did come back and then wasn't supposed to leave and did.
Curious. I have a feeling I know where they are.
Oh, where?
Well, I know where they are, I just don't know how to get there. Not right now, but you see, I see certain strands or webbing of... It seems like fate or destiny of such, but every time I see them, that person's connected to this place. You have quite a lot on you. And I feel like you have a certain fate of going there one day. I would like to follow you, if that's alright.
Well, I'm going to find the people I lost. If I
Fine.
can.
You find the people that you lost. I might find the people that I lost. And maybe my mind at the same time. But
Who did you lose?
my cluster of sorts. My group. My previous party, if you will.
When?
Years ago. Would have been 30, maybe 40 years ago. I know I don't look it. But couple lifetimes ago, you would say.
30 years is a couple of lifetimes.
Thrycreen only lived for a maximum of roughly 30 years. I'm closer to 60, you see.
Oh, how unusual.
All I'm saying is, if I help you acquire your powers again, it might help me find a way back to that forgotten place.
I don't care if I get my powers back if I find my friends.
But I care if you get your powers back, because it will lead me back to that place.
Well, if it will. Okay. How do you have a way of doing?
No idea whatsoever. I just thought I would tell you. But we'll keep an eye on you.
Charthok, can you make a history check for me, my friend?
Here we go. Watch me roll awfully now. Yep, that's a 2.
Cool. You hear a voice, a child's voice. Well, a young, I guess a young adult, like teenager's voice, pop into your head. And it sounds feminine. And
It's me.
yeah, it's Sam. Bumpy Boopy Olives. Yeah, so you hear this voice pop into your head, and all the words that you hear are, "Don't worry, I'll protect you. If my name isn't
Poncho!
Is that actually Poncho's voice? Would I
No.
recognize that?
That is not Poncho's voice.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a
Is
child's
it
voice.
someone
That's
relevant
the
to me?
voice.
And did you forget their name? And do you need me to tell them?
No.
So there's no. I
Dogs
don't
and
recognize that person's voice.
You don't recognize that person's voice.
Ooh, okay. I'm not good at mimicry. If only I was a fucking Kenku. Okay.
A name
Well, could you not project it
pops
into my
like
head?
you don't hear
Nah, it
you
doesn't
don't
work
hear
like
the
that.
voice.
Oh.
You say the name, but the name populates into your head.
Populates.
Yeah, like almost like when you telepathically connect to somebody, it just ping, it's there.
And the
You
name
don't,
is.
you don't know how it got there, but it's there. It is Ironwe. Did I get that right?
Arianrod?
How do you spell that?
Oh, Ironwe. Wait, no, I have
Ironwe.
many. Yeah, sorry, that's someone else. Yeah. It's
AE.
Ironwe.
AE, yep.
RON
Yep.
WY.
Okay. Is that
Yeah,
oh
Therian are Amish, but they're Welsh.
Wamish.
Wamish.
I'm Welsh.
Wah!
It's like
They're Wamish.
I shake my head real quick and I'm like, sorry. Don't worry, I'll protect you if my name isn't Aaron Wee?
Aaron Wee?
Aaron Wee.
Irony.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Nice.
She's been gone. Not 30 years, but a while.
Let's just say it. Let's keep this between us. I get random pockets of consciousness from other people, so don't be afraid if I start to sound a little bit like him in the future. It may not happen, just warning you.
Irony is a woman. Was
No.
a woman. She didn't come back.
She didn't come back. Well, not many do.
No, actually, most do.
Do I get troubled by that statement?
In this particular context,
Because I'm thinking,
you're thinking that, and
Yeah.
yes, you get a little bit troubled by that statement.
terrifying.
No, it's people like to go home.
Yes, not in the way that I'm thinking. Okay, I run off. And every time I look at a person when I'm running back, I think that in my mind, for some reason now, that everyone that was lost in that place has somehow found their way back into other people's consciousnesses.
Ruh-roh.
I'm a little bit traumatized from that one statement now.
Yeah. Yes, Vedos, you've
Did
excitingly
any-
having your hand up for the last.
Did anybody
Sorry.
else hear that conversation? Did Venos hear that
No,
conversation?
Yeah,
because
we
they
were
are
at
at
it
the
the
lake.
fucking.
That's all. That's the only response you'll get from me.
No, but
Okay.
Jordan, you're onto something. I'll say that.
Oh.
Well, I'm out of the loop.
Sweet. So what are we doing? Who's doing what?
Would we
Well,
like
I
to?
was
Oh.
on
Oh
my
yeah,
way
was I just like naked for that whole time?
Yeah.
I need to get dressed, please.
That whole conversation. John, what were you doing?
I was on my way to Charpok and Grillim.
Cool. So you would have got there as Charpok began to sprint
Finished.
away.
I am just going to stop Charpok. Has there been any change?
Change? And I grab both of his arms with my top two arms. It's like, what change have you got? Who's in your head?
No one. I mean, has Grilly's powers seen any growth? I
Oh
suppose?
no, she's still powerless.
Hey.
Oh. Was she visited by?
Sorry.
anything? Was she-
Sorry?
Were they visited by anything?
They were visited by a raven. Do you think the raven has other consciousness? I need to find this raven. And
I am gonna instantly know what that is. But I'm gonna just keep that in my head. But I'm gonna go to that gem store, and then I'll tell you what I want to do after.
Cool. Zil?
I would like to grab Azoth, Ali, Sol, and Vi, and head to the assistant quarry master, wherever they may be. Foric Brown Axe.
Yep. So you arrive at the quarry control. So this is a large tower where they control the quarry. To put
Oh
it
no
bluntly.
way! Really? I
Yeah.
had no idea.
I know, right? It's very hard to tell. Yeah, so you get there, you ask for Foric. Stepping out is a dwarven male. He's got like black scruffy hair with two long plaits on his beard. His beard seems to be graying out a little bit. You see him, he's wearing nice-ish clothes, but still, like, comfortable to work in.
Yeah, of
He
course.
kind of, like, hobbles up towards you, and he's like, "You called for me?"
Yes. Lovely to meet you. I put up my hand.
He puts out his and shakes it very joyfully.
I give him a firm, not too firm,
does-
but just the
he
right
does
amount
the
of
whole
firmness.
Elbow
Like,
thing.
like the elbow, yeah.
Pulls you in and then the elbow.
Yeah. I say, lovely to meet you. You are
My name's
Forik?
Forik. Yes.
Forik? Yes, yeah. We've heard so much about you. My name is Zil, and these are. I point to everyone and just name everyone.
Hello.
We've heard that there has been some issues with. Well, as we saw on our way into the quarry, we encountered some bandits, and we've heard that there's been some issues with the bandits and shipments lately. We just wanted to ask you some questions. We're working for Master Griswold. We've been tasked with trying to stop the bandit attacks.
Right. Well, I'm an open book. What do you need to know?
Yeah. We just want to know. Have you seen any of the bandit attacks personally?
What do you know?
Right. Well, yes, I have seen him personally. Yes. You see, they gave me this. And he kind of like pulls down his shirt, and you see this slash scar across the front of him, and he's like, "Bastard didn't live much longer than it took to give me that. I'll tell you that."
Yeah, well, I can see by your stature that you're you wouldn't want to take you in a fight.
When he says that, you see him kind of like prop his chest up slightly, and he's like, "Nah, I'm a fearsome beast, I am."
Yes.
Is it usual for you to be on the transport?
Nah, not usual at all. They thought putting one of us that were in charge. I'm second in command here, so they thought putting one of us on the train might have stopped it, but didn't seem to do so. This was
Does this
going on
sound
quite a
familiar?
while ago. It does not, no.
And we've heard that the bandits might have a they've been attacking the transports somehow knowing when they leave.
That's
Do you
the
know?
strangest thing.
I'm just trying to think about how I'm going to word this because I don't want to give away that we're suspecting him, but I don't want to I want to actually try and get to the bottom of this.
I'll try and make eye contact with Zil and just shake my head.
Well,
Who do you
I
reckon
think
it is? Who do you reckon's leaking information?
Leaking information? You think
Yeah.
somebody's being dodgy and leaking information to people?
Well, I don't know. How else would they know? Or do you know someone that...
I didn't want to let him know that we knew that people were leaking information.
I just Well, what do you think's happening?
Well,
I'm
I
just
mean,
curious.
now I'm thinking
little
people
bit
are
of
leaking
gossip.
information.
Well, then how would they find out? Like, do you reckon...
I've got nothing left to say. Carry on. And you see him kind of go about his business. Yes?
I'm sorry.
Venos?
As he's pulling away, I just want to pull him in close to me and pull out Sidewinder and just say, "It better not be you."
Better not be you.
Why would
make
it
an
be
intimidation
me,
check
friend?
for me.
I'm sorry, Bill.
That is an 18.
18. You see him like quiver slightly as he says that, and he's like, better not be you either. I've gotta go.
I'm not gonna let him go. I'm gonna say, did I just hear a quiver in your breath?
Contested athletics, please, my guy.
Oh no.
It begins.
You gotta do better than a 17.
Oh no.
We have like 12 people with guidance in our party, surely.
17.
Huh?
I just did a 17.
A flat
18
17?
minus 1.
Oh
Flat
shit!
17.
Go again, my guy. Go again. You've got to beat a 19.
Oh no.
Would you believe me if I say I just rolled a nat 20?
Bullshit.
-1 to a 19.
Minus 1 to a 19.
One more time, and the rest of you guys
Oh
see
my
like
fucking
them
God.
two like jostling and
Tussling.
going to and fro. That's an 16.
No, I got a 13.
Cool. He manages to push off, and he's like, "Right, well, I gotta go," and he like scurries back up the quarry tower, out of the interrogation room that you guys were in.
I just shuts up then.
Do you not think that he put an awfully tough fight up for a guy who witnesses?
Well, Sol didn't recognize his voice as one of the two people who was in the hallway last night, so we didn't really particularly have him in suspicion. Now, one of the assistant quarry master knows that we are going around asking people for about a leak in the quarry. So
Vi turns her head down and walks back.
I don't particularly know where to go from here. I wanted to take care of this using as little violence and as much subterfuge as possible.
Might I suggest we make it to the other suspects as quick as possible?
Yes,
before
yeah,
word
I think
spreads.
we should visit them before word
And
spreads.
Subterfuge
we let-
is required.
We let Zil do the discussing.
Vi's gone. Vi went left.
If subterfuge is required, may I make a suggestion?
Sure.
If we have anyone that can blind them or deafen them or stop them from moving, I have spells that can stop them from being able to see in any type of light. Convenient, no?
But they would know that has happened to them and that we have done that to them. I wanted to convince them. I wanted to try and extract information from them without letting them on to the fact that they were a suspect.
I would just like to point out that the gun was a last-ditch resort.
Cool. So we're heading to the site of where? Are we going to the supply master or to the training specialist?
Should we get chat rot or?
We'll go to the supply master next.
Never
Fuck
mind.
that.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, should we get chat to roll it? Like above 10 to one person? below 10
Oh, I
to
was just
another?
going to go to the site. The supply master's the next one I have on the list, so...
So supply master it is.
Supply master it is.
So you guys head to back to that main dock where you guys got off the train. Don't worry, John. I haven't forgotten about you going to the crystal place. Yeah, you guys go to that main dock area. You see people unloading the train. You now see what's inside of the train. There's like a lot of supplies. There's tools. There's mining equipment. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the inside. Standing there, kind of ushering commands to people holding a clipboard. You see a slender female elf, half elf. Blue eyes and glasses. She's kind of wearing scrappy clothing, not like to the point where it's like bad clothing. It just looks like nice clothing that has been put through its paces.
Does it match the kind of garb that the bandits were wearing that we saw on the train?
No, it does not.
Okay. I would like to approach her. And like once again be like, hello, like kind of flag her down and get her and get her attention. Be like,
Hi.
hi,
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Hi.
Are you Cider? Cider?
yeah,
Are
that's
you-
me. That's
you're
me.
Cider?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm Cider.
Lovely to meet you.
I'm-
My name's Zil.
Ah, well,
My
I'm
hand out.
Cider. And then she like shakes your hand.
Lovely to meet you.
She seems very energetic in person.
Okay.
I'd like to do a voice check.
Huh?
I'd like to do a voice check.
It doesn't match.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
I'm
Check
just
again.
imagining
Okay.
like the fingerprint scanner thing, how it's going and it's going flicking through random people, and then it's just like
So it's
wait
just
for not
Soul's
that.
just like right next to her ear, like
Yeah.
just listening.
How can I help? I heard you wanted to see me. Something about a leak or something. I don't know. I don't really keep into that kind of stuff. I just kind of,
Sorry, wait.
Yep.
Did someone did someone contact you? Was
Oh, no,
did
there's just
Forex-
rumors going around. There's just a whole bunch of rumors. Like, I don't know who started them. Maybe Forik. He's a bit of a chattermouth, but it's anyway. Like,
okay.
I'm here. I'm giving you a hand. What do you need? What do you need?
Sure. We just wanted to know, have you personally had any run-ins with the bandits while on the trains?
Plenty of times.
Wow,
you see,
okay, yeah.
they went through this stage of wanting to put like one of us four, the main four. That's me.
Mhm.
That's Forik. That's Reeve. And Vimbria. They wanted to put one of us on each train run, and they did that for about a few months. Probably going once a week on the train. I've been on like 3 or 4 of them myself. They're pretty nice. I mean, I usually just stay in the passenger car, but anyway, these bandits, yeah, they just attacked, and like, yeah, it was like they just took all the shit.
Right. And we personally had a run-in with these bandits, so obviously we know what it's like.
You must be pretty strong if you had to run in with the bandits. Like when I ran into the bandits, I couldn't really fight them. I would just kind of had to stay back and hope that the rest of them would fight them. But they still got away with the stuff. So it must be pretty good if you were able to take all this stuff into the... Yes, that's all?
Vibe check, please. Inside.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, she continues. He's like, if you were able to take and like escort all the stuff here, and like they got here all safely. There's a few bumps and nicks on the top. I'm sure it's probably the welders that the bandits usually use. But anyway, like I usually just stay in the passenger cart.
Okay. I just want to be very open that Zil is being extremely polite and listening to everything that she says and being like, yeah, nodding along. So as she's talking, Zil would like to say, so when you had your encounter with the bandits, they had a symbol that looked like this on the front of their cars. Are you familiar with this symbol? Have you seen it anywhere else on
I haven't really seen it anywhere else except for on the bandits. Like it usually looks like somebody's got their fingers cut off and then just like painted their hand and just like whacked it on something. But like yeah, like no shockers, but like the spike as well. Like it's just I haven't seen it anywhere else. But I mean, if you could ask around, I could probably ask around for you if you'd like.
Okay. One final question before I let you go get back to your work. Do you know when the written like orders for the schedule for the supply trains is published?
Well, it's not really published as much. It's kind of just it usually comes from Edward and then goes from Vimbria down through the chain of command.
Okay. And is there usually like a time of day, or do you get like your times for the week delivered to you, or is it kind of like a day by day sort of thing?
Well, I mean, it's kind of day by day at the moment, especially because like this is our first one in like months. So, I mean, we haven't really had a regular schedule. Usually before that, it was like a couple of weeks, a couple of days, every couple of days. But, it's very hard to predict these days, especially with all the bandit attacks. And like, I'm not a big fan of the bandits. They're very scruffy and like, they just want to attack things. And I'm just not all about that.
I don't trust this bitch.
What's wrong with people that talk like that?
So you say you're
threatened by a gun and one person who doesn't shut the fuck up.
with that 19 Azoth.
Sorry, Azoth.
She is an open book.
Azoth.
She's telling you everything.
So you said that you receive them daily at this point. It's essentially daily.
Not daily. Like normally it's daily. Like at the moment it's like when the shipments are coming in. Like we didn't
Right,
get one
and-
until like a couple of days ago when you guys were on your way to come to us. But then
okay.
before that, like it was like a couple of months before we got them, and then like before that it was like every week. And then that was when the bandits started attacking, and then before that it was like daily, and like it's usually just supplies and stuff. But we couldn't just. It's like hemorrhaging materials, you know. You can't just keep forking out stuff to the bandits, you know?
Yeah.
You're a really good listener.
Thank you. I try. Well, I think that's all the information. You've given us plenty of information. Thank you very much. Wait, sorry, Azoth, did you want to say something?
I was literally just about to be like, no, as she was on that engine and just walk out.
Oh, I was gonna. And have you talked to anyone recently?
I mean, depends. What do you mean? Like, who am I supposed to be talking to? You want to talk to me? I can talk to you if you'd like.
You did talk to me. It was wonderful. Like before we got here, did you talk to anyone?
I mean, I'm the supply master, so I look after the supplies and stuff. So I've probably talked to about 20, 30 people already this morning, probably within the first hour of me waking up. I kind of just tell them what to do. I tell them where they need to take the stuff, what stuff they need to be taken, all that kind of stuff. You know, it's an all right job, but you know, sometimes it has its days. It kind of varies from day to day. It's rough, but you know, I like it.
What about in the last 10 minutes before we arrived?
Last 10 minutes, it was kind of just these lot, and she was like pointing at the people currently unloading the train.
Okay.
Well,
Are these?
Zoom.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Are these
No, you go.
the regular people that unload the train?
Yeah, I mean, they're usually on like some kind of rotational roster. I don't usually set the roster myself. It's usually Reeve that sets the rosters when it comes to like the people that are around, because he's kind of like the trading specialist. He trains people. He also like does all the scheduling, that kind of stuff. I just kind of look after the supply stuff. Like I'm inventory. Like I have this clipboard. It tells me what we have, what we're getting, all that kind of stuff. I tick it off as we go, and then it goes into the warehouse or where it goes into play wherever it needs to go. And like yeah, so it's you know.
You sound so busy. We should really leave you and.
I'm not super busy.
Yeah.
I can stand around and just talk to you all day. If you
No,
like.
it's all right. We've taken up enough of your time. Thank you. We truly appreciate the information.
If you want to chat, just come by. I'm happy to talk.
Will do. Thank you very much.
No worries. Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.
Hey.
And then she goes back to like scribbling on the on the noteboard thing that she's got.
Do you want to do Haz's thing now?
I'm happy
Before
to
we
wait
take
for you
my
guys to finish this whole scene and then do it after.
It's just
Okay,
shopping.
cool.
Yeah, just do
Okay.
that.
Cool. Well,
kinda,
yeah,
you'll
you can
see.
go.
Um,
Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to the diamond shop thing.
Cool. You see a shop that's like the front end of it is like it's almost like complete wall-to-wall display glass cabinets. In each of the cabinets, there's like small, intricately made crystal like figures. There's like houses. There's like the dolphins. Like there's a whole bunch of just like knickknacks essentially. From the outside looking in, you see a gentleman. He's got very broad shoulders. His skin looks like it's made out of rock. It's very dark, earthy kind of color. And he's got this large crystal mohawk down the center of his head.
Cool.
You see him just like chiseling it away at a set of like a crystal rock.
Okay. Yes. Hello, sir.
Hello, how can I help?
I wondering if you could help me with a gift.
What are you after, friend?
I'm going to describe Willy's gem.
Oh.
I don't have anything that small. I could probably whip you something up if you like.
How long would that take by chance?
20 minutes.
Beautiful. Yes, how much would that cost, roughly?
Well, it depends. Have you got the gem in question, or do you want me to use it out of my own supply?
I would need to purchase the gem.
What kind of gem would you like? Would you like ruby, diamond?
The same color I would just say the same color of what Gwilly's was.
Okay, so I can either do that in just a crystal lattice. It's like fake diamond. Or I can do it in a diamond.
Was it a diamond in Gwilly's head?
No.
It was a moonstone-ish sort of thing, but also magic.
I could possibly
know
do
it's-
it in opal. It would give very similar effect.
I think opal might be probably the best bet.
What color opal? We've got red, blue, green, white.
Gwilly, what color was yours? White, I'm guessing.
It was like a moonstone.
Yeah, so it's going to be the same color as what hers was. So white, I assume.
Okay,
It
so
was like
if you want me to whip that up now, I can get that done within the next 20 minutes. Opal is not very, very expensive, so maybe like 5 gold for the lot.
Ah, beautiful. That will do. You seem to know, obviously, a lot about all the different gemstones.
Yes, I definitely do. It is my
You wouldn't
life's
have happened-
work.
You wouldn't. You're not a religious fellow, I assume.
I am not, no.
Have you come across any gemstones? And I'll pull out my symbol, and I'll say something that would be about the size of the little holes in this. Something that's just a bit peculiar.
Not really peculiar, no. Look, I don't usually deal with the magical kind of crystals or gems. There's quite a few floating around, especially in the Crystal Conclave. Especially that stack in the center. That is premium crystal, but nobody's ever been able to break it, including myself.
Ah, okay, that's interesting. I will keep that up.
Rumor has it there is actually a sword stuck in crystal in middle.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting. I believe
There is
I have some
poem. You want to hear
friends-
poem?
Ah, yes, sure. Please.
Is it going to be like your work poem?
A warrior's sword, a lethal friend, trapped in crystal, its battle's end. But still it glows, a beacon bright, a symbol of its wielder's might.
I need it.
That was beautiful.
I wrote that
yes.
myself, thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
It's a legend has it that strong warrior came through and embedded sword in crystal.
I'm starting to believe that maybe it's your sword.
It is not
Good
my
time to
sword.
me.
I wish it was my sword.
Yes.
I would not be in shop like this if it was my sword.
Every man wishes their sword was embedded in some crystal.
So this is like,
Fuck me.
so this isn't sword in the stone. This is cutlass in the crystal, right?
Yeah, cutlass in the
The
crystal.
cutlass of the crystal.
If you do not mind keeping conversation, I'm new to the town. I just wanted to get a little hold on some things.
Yes, what did you need?
What sort of
This whole time while you're talking, he's like chiseling away without even looking
Yeah,
away.
I was hoping so. Yeah.
It's chiseling away, huh?
Mm.
Quit.
Are your exports from here just mainly the crystals?
Yes.
Sorry.
The crystals and the gems, yes.
Yes. Do you see? I mean, I came on a cargo of supplies. Do you see any other traded goods come through here, or is it just supplies for the village and
Not really, no.
exports?
I make thing, I give to tall lady red hair. She give to Edward.
Yes. Okay. Have you
Edward like my creations, yes.
You wouldn't happen to have seen. I mean, obviously, I'm a bit out of the ordinary, but you haven't seen many others come through that just maybe are a bit out of character.
I think I saw a bug man around Crystal Cave last night.
Yes, I know him. He's a friend of mine.
A friend
he's
of
quite
yours.
all right. Yes, I keep some strange company, I will admit, but
And there was some
He
crazy
is-
lady skinny dipping in water. I don't recommend. It's very
I-
spiky.
yes, she is going through some issues and hoped that the crystals would supply some healing.
Right. Well, they don't do that.
So you haven't heard any out of character people coming through, maybe even further back in the past few months. You haven't
Make
seen
a persuasion check.
If I put a gold down, can you give me advantage?
I mean, you gonna put a gold down?
Yeah.
Put a gold down.
Can I get advantage now? Because I rolled fucking horrible.
Did you roll and then ask to put a thing down?
Maybe.
Are you
Then no.
bribing the DM?
Yes. I just think it's like a 6 or something.
He's like,
What? What if we gave you a dollar coin in real life?
well.
Thank you.
What if I give you a gold coin in real life?
Yeah.
Can we bribe the DM?
I will give you. I have the gold. Okay, no, hear me out. I have the gold Dijkstra coin.
I have a gold coin,
mean-
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold what?
Is it the Dijkstra coin? I have one of the gold coins that you gave us for that one shot, that one time that we never used. I will use it
It's the
now,
campaign
you
one
son.
coins.
The campaign one coins.
You don't have it. It's packed somewhere.
Lol.
I
No.
will use it now.
He's like,
Rude.
I honestly, I don't remember anything strange, no.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I
No,
am a
no.
person who pays well for information that could be useful, but
Just circle back around.
you know, if anything comes to mind, I will be staying at the what's it called? I will be staying at the Griswold storehouse. I am currently under employment there. If you come across anything of interest that you might think of, I would be happy to pay you for your time.
You see him look down slightly, and he's like, that is done. And he holds up the opal to you.
Oh.
It looks very similar. Obviously, the best he could do with your description.
Yeah, thank you. Do you know what? Thank you for the conversation. I'll put 2 silver down as well.
He looks at it and he takes it. He's like, you
Only
know,
2 silver.
I think I see scruffy metal man head, scruffy red hair go into storehouse tonight, yesterday night.
That's a metal man, did you say?
Well, not metal man. He was man, but he had metal over face,
Oh, like a mask.
like visor, like.
Oh,
Ah.
okay, interesting. Yes, like I said, I am a.
I did not see,
Happy
but
to-
they were let in by somebody on the inside of the
You would-
the storeroom.
I am now going to put a gold down. You wouldn't have got some sort of recognition of this person.
Let me do a history check with Hayden stats.
Oh, I've asked his name. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah, we even asked his name.
Fuck.
No, unfortunately, I could not see anything.
Okay. Thank you. That information is actually part of my employment. I think that would actually be quite useful.
Duh.
And I'm going to put 6 gold and 2 silver down.
Sweet.
Jesus.
Damn, alright, big spender. Fucking hell, alright, money
he
bags.
takes it. He looks
Thank you,
very
sir.
thankful. He's like, if you ever need gem cut, come see Hayden. He'll
I
help you out.
I much appreciate, friend.
He kind of waves you as you leave.
Yeah, sweet. I'm going to head back to the storehouse.
We're keeping you up,
It's
mate.
Me,
No. Ethan.
Geordie. No.
Yes.
I don't
you
know
are.
if you noticed, but I yawned about 10 minutes into the session, so I don't think it would have mattered.
Sweet. So you guys head to the training specialist. He
Yes, yes,
is currently out near one of the mines to the left hand side of the map. You see him you see him in front of a group of people, and they're all like, looks like they're training like pickaxe movements. he's like,
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
How hard
2,
is that?
3, 4.
Hey, it takes
Um,
coordination, mate.
And yeah, he kind of like turns and sees you as you approach, and he's like, take a 5-minute break, everyone. 5 minutes. 5
Voice
minutes.
check.
It doesn't match.
Okay.
As you
Taking a
approach,
load
he's
off
like,
us.
how are you doing today? I believe you are, how you say, interrogation crew? Yes?
Not in. I wouldn't say interrogation. We're just inquiring about some.
You find that leak yet?
Unfortunately, no. We have not.
Sidewinder and say, I don't know, have we?
I don't know. You come to me.
I just would like to ask basically the same questions, like about has he had any run-ins with the bandits? If so, how did he fare? Just and like the stuff I've asked everyone else
Yeah.
basically.
So yes, he lifts his pant leg, and you see it's a peg leg in a boot.
Well, okay.
So he lost a leg in one of the altercations.
Did so Cider, is it Cider?
The
Yes.
supply. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She said she had a run-in with the bandits, but she obviously didn't fight them, did she? She didn't have any wounds or anything.
Well,
like any
no,
scars or
she's more of the academic type, if you know what I mean.
Of course. Okay. So you've obviously had a physical altercation with the bandits themselves.
Yes. You know, the only way to be a true trainer is to lead by example.
Of course, and I can tell by the fine work that gets done around here that obviously you are a very, very good at your job.
No need to blow smoke up my ass. And he kind of like punches you in the shoulder.
I'm like wincing in pain. I'm like, yep. Oh.
Hey, Azoth, is that something that dragons do? Smoke up ass?
I only have ice breath, mate. No smoke.
So yeah, I just like to ask. So basically, all that stuff. I'd also like to ask. So, we were speaking to Cider, but it was a bit hard to get a bit of a straight answer out of her.
She does like to talk.
Yes. We were asking about the schedules specifically. When do they come in? Is there a regular schedule that gets released, or is it? I know that as of the moment, it's a bit up in the air due to the bandit attacks. But are you still receiving regular shipments?
He kind of shakes his head and he's like, "Not recently. You are the first one in. Like,
not regular. Like, there's no pattern to them, really.
Not at this stage. No, you're the first one that's come through in like a month. We've been dying for this stuff."
Okay. And I believe that Vimbria is the one who kind of handles all of the schedules. They come directly from Master Griswold through her, and then disperse to everyone else, or to you three.
Correct. Yes. It
Okay.
follows exact chain of command. It comes from Vimbria, goes to Forik, then to Saida, and then to me. I am last to know.
Okay, right, okay. Interesting. Okay.
Interesting. Clicks his pen.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, tell me more. Much to think about. Okay. I don't really have anything else I want to ask him. Is anyone else who's with us want to ask him anything?
Sol will chime in and say, if you do not mind me asking, what is your personal opinion of Vimbria?
We off the clock?
Of course, I'm not writing this down.
When he says that, I say, nothing has to be kept for later, and I will cast Charm Person as I say it.
Is that a save?
Yeah, Wisdom save.
Of DC?
15.
Fails with a nat 1.
Oh yes, let's go.
Ah,
Give us
best
a high
friend.
five.
He's like, to be honest, she's a bit of a cunt.
I had surmised as much.
She's very mean, looks down on everyone. Like, I said hello to her the first week of me working here, and she threw her tea at me.
Whilst people might be... how do I say it? Not fun to be around, they can still be trustworthy. Do you trust her?
I mean, she's kind of the one paying me, so yeah.
Interesting.
Could I kind of do a team huddle and do you want to talk? Do you have any? Does anyone else have any other questions they want to ask Reeve before we go? Anyone? No. Okay. Cool. Bueller. I would like to kind of bid Reeve farewell, shake his hand, and say it was lovely meeting you. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it. We're going to be going now.
He shakes your hand and he's like, good luck finding that leak.
Yes, thank you.
And then he like spins on the spot and he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, sorry, how's you go?
Yeah, sorry, no, I just off topic. Nats, I know you're back on the Discord
getting
now,
there.
but
Yeah,
yeah, she
maybe
disconnected.
completely
It's fine.
crashed.
She's gone. Yeah. On my way back, after hearing, what old mate said that someone let a masked man into the manor.
Mm.
On my way back, do I recognize anyone out about at the town? So I wouldn't know who the other the leaders are, but would I see Vimbra or the what's his name, Gerald, or
No.
any of the maids? Maybe would I see them on the way back?
Nah, you would see them if you were to go inside the storehouse. You would see the maids and Geralt, but you don't see anybody out and about other than your friends.
Yeah, I was going to meet up with them,
Cool.
and pull Sol aside, and then relay the information about the masked man being let into the manor. Sol, I would assume the bandits are staying here. Do you know if everyone was in the manor last night with the other leaders?
I am aware that the 4 we are investigating all have residence here, but I suspect if that is what you have been told, the people I heard were not them, but were talking to one of them.
Okay. I would hope that Charpok maybe could be of use in this situation.
He
could
tends to
maybe-
see a lot.
Yes. I
With those
think,
big bug eyes of his, compound eyes.
I
With
think
them
maybe
wide-angle eyeballs.
I think, and like just quietly, I'll whisper to him, I think maybe this will happen again tonight. I would suggest Charpok could take a watch and maybe we plan an ambush, or maybe we find other residents for tonight.
I am on the side of an ambush. I believe we could quite easily fool them into one of the rooms.
Yes. Okay. We'll find a quiet place to relay the information.
Upok?
So Nathan, as I run away before, going full crazy, thinking that everyone's out to get me because they realize I've escaped from that place and somehow they've made their way into other people's minds and trying to get me back.
Yeah.
I would like to cross over to where the train rocked up. So what was that called? It was called just the train yards, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
Do I see anyone around there?
You see multiple people currently, like unloading. There is a lady there standing there with a clipboard kind of directing everybody. But there's a lot of workers. There's not... It doesn't... Like, this place doesn't get tourists or anything like that.
Of course. Does anyone, and I mean anyone in the group of workers, and I'll slowly go from each one to each one, looking them down carefully, being sus on everyone for other reasons, but I'm looking at them anyway. Have any form of weaponry similar to these dudes, or anything that they would have had on them?
Make a perception or investigation check.
Definitely a
the
perception.
metal dudes.
Yeah, the
Fucking
The fucking...
rock on, dudes.
perception. That's 25.
No, you notice like almost straight away that none of them are wearing any, like they're not wearing battle armor. They don't have weapons strapped to them. The best you could like say is a weapon is like one of them has like a pickaxe like strapped to his back, or like a helmet, if that makes sense.
Does any of them do a double take with me then?
Well, I mean, they kind of all do because they're not used to seeing a bug man.
Ah, fantastic. Well,
To the point
Okay.
where you actually see one of them at the back just kind of staring.
He's different.
he's different. He knows who I am. He's known where I've been. I go up to him.
He is just his eyes just keep trained on yours, and the brow just kind of goes down a little bit as you approach.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You've been there too, right? Yeah?
Been where?
Yeah. Been where? I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're up to. Yeah?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure, crazy man.
Will you tell them they're not gonna get me back? And I run off and scuttle away.
He's just like, oh, okay. He's just standing there completely puzzled.
Perfect.
Cool. You all meet up back together at the storehouse.
Shit, I just dropped my phone.
Back
Sorry.
in the bedrooms.
Get the
Where are you
storehouse.
going?
Let's go.
No,
Nah,
I
let's
still
do
had
the
stuff that I wanted to do. I still had stuff that I wanted to
Sorry, still?
do. So we have one more person that we can interview. The Hayden, the crackpot. He was mentioned by Vimbria as sometimes having access to
I
the.
believe that would be negated because Has just relayed all the information about. Yeah. He just went
Okay.
and spoke to Hayden in the hut and told Saul.
Oh,
and
I'm
us
so
that.
sorry. I didn't realize that. Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize that you spoke.
Same
Sorry.
piece.
He's like
My
a
bad.
practical crackhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a practical. He's a crackhead in that he loves
crackhead.
crafting crystals.
A crackhead.
He's a crack fanatic. I want to confer with the party, and I want to say, well, like I want to do like a little group huddle. I want to say, well, I feel like the common denominator here is Vimbria. We can attempt to investigate her somehow, and unfortunately for me, I believe that the best way to do that is to charm her, and
We could also try and have someone present to catch them letting in whoever was here last night. If we can get a visual of who is letting them, the mysterious voices, into where we are staying, I believe that would be, as they say, the smoking gun. And I just glare at Venos.
I agree. I think that a two-pronged offense is needed on this. I think that
It's a racist slur. How dare you use two-pronged? Just because I have two of them, how dare you?
I think that everyone in the party should set up in the storehouse and be ready for whatever happens. I will try and charm my way in with Fimbria, try and get any form of information, and if anything goes wrong on my end or your end, there are ways that we can contact each other.
We could potentially try to subtly put a hole in the wall between rooms and cover it with a cupboard or something.
I could
Then
put
you-
Sidewinder into a pillow and just.
Then you can go about seducing Vimbria, and we can be waiting in the next room in case.
So,
That's not a bad idea.
ambush, you suggest?
Mm.
I believe you would be better suited to surveillance of the entry to the premises, Charpok.
Ah,
We believe.
so I
your,
blend into roof and I
yes.
let you all know.
And you
Regarding-
can contact us silently. You have an ability that allows you to essentially blend yourself into whatever, and you also are got very keen eyesight.
True.
As far as surveillance is concerned, I believe that Gwili and I, as children of the Fae, we need very little sleep, 4 hours in fact.
I mean,
so we
is
can
Wheelie
at least
still considered a child of the Fae?
we can at least we
I
can
stopped
we
being a
can,
druid. I didn't stop being the race I am.
Oh, okay.
Doing the racist again.
I don't know how it works.
you elves look the same to me.
I'm an elf, thank you very much.
at the very least, I suggest that Gwili and I take watches. And
I
that
believe-
way, if something slips past Charcoal,
Charcock.
somebody is around to see it. We do like the Charcoal.
Well, how about this? Like, this is just a suggestion. Zero does his, putting the charm in whatever he does. I don't know how it works with those things. And then
You have two of them, you should know how it works.
Hey, out of that. And then how about?
You're halfway to an echidna.
I'll get there. And then obviously we split the party into separate rooms, like one on either side, and cover all bases.
I do think having Gwili and Venos awake in the room that is not being used as the trap would be very useful, as the rest of us can rest, and they can wake us if there is something happening.
Just so I'm not mistaken, those actually DM question, those statues in the hallway, what do they look like?
They're suits of armor.
So I don't mean to be rude against what you are, but could you disguise yourself as one of those suits?
Yeah,
They
I'm trying
will-
to get into one.
They will be expecting me, as my presence was what stopped them yesterday.
But there's already statues there. What if you just put the armor on?
How
Don't
successful
believe
am I
they
at
would
trying?
fit me.
Yes, I think that for deception's sake, that Sol should not be out in the hallway.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
think anything should be in the hallway.
I agree.
All right.
Okay,
Well, just
Really
tell me where to post
sadly
up.
half into the suit of armor.
I need protection now that I'm a normie.
I can still face step. I have been
Um,
meaning to ask, can I use my scimitar, or is that too druid?
Your
No.
scimitar, yeah, you can use your scimitar.
Yeah,
It's a
you're
simple
still
weapon,
proficient
yeah?
in it. Yeah, you're still proficient in it.
Okay, so do we want to enact this plan? Get it ready to go?
I
Cool.
think spending the rest of the day doing so would be a good idea.
I agree.
All right. I'll post up top. Question: should we trust Gerald and the maids, though?
They don't have to be privy to this information.
I'm just saying they pop out of nowhere.
I
But
think that
here's a
Oh,
little
go
bit of information that I didn't know that, well, I think that you guys don't know. One of them helped me. And I'll say this, still,
well,
they were willing to do anything.
yeah,
There is no need for us to raise suspicion there, and if there is nothing to suspect, then they will not be looking.
All I suggest is maybe just asking them, like, in service, to leave us alone or to not be around.
I think you can ask them to not be around for the night. I think that they should heed your request.
Like, you know, like a do not disturb sign, if that was a thing.
A friendly warning.
Like,
I
I
think
don't know what
maybe
it's like in
understand.
your culture, but in my culture, we had these things that come off our feet, and we used to put them on doorknobs.
I do not have culture.
Oh, that's sad.
Cool. So should we get this plan into motion?
Yeah, let's put a hole in a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a hole in the wall where the men can see it all.
Ooh.
Well, hey.
With that, we're gonna end tonight's session.
Oh, shit, I was not ready. Okay.
As you guys making your plans, getting ready for the night, that is where we're going to end.
How exciting.
I can cast Eldritch Blast between the walls, but it's not very subtle.
Yeah, I feel like if we took hours to do it manually, we'd be okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us. Anybody that's still in chat, thank you.
Thank you.
You're all gems.
Yeah, all gems. If you didn't
Except
catch it at the
Gwilly.
start, I'll catch. Yeah, except Gwilly's because it's no longer
Really
there.
is gemless.
Gemless.
Aw.
Yeah.
The death
I mean, I was
stand.
waiting until we were in the room to just, quietly give it to her as a gift, but, we didn't quite get that far.
Didn't
we can do
quite
it
get
next
that
time.
far. That
Yeah,
can be
I'll-
the start of next session.
Yeah,
You
I'll
can-
leave a big note
Start of
for
next
it. So I
session.
You
don't
can
forget
write a poem for her for next session.
She's an English major. It won't be very good.
it. Yeah, I know,
I'm not
right?
an English major,
She'll be like,
actually.
Yeah, so if you haven't already,
I'm sorry.
You have to do an actual arts degree to major in English. So not a creative one. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, yeah, thank you all for coming. If you haven't checked it out already, check out our Instagram, check out our Facebook, check out our YouTube. And if you're looking for some nice clothings, don't forget Stabby Joe & Co. Great clothing. Mimic 5 at checkout to get 5% off.
Mimic 5.
Do we have somebody
Mimic
to raid? Raid Master Reese.
We do. We are going to be raiding Windy J D&D. It looks like they got a group of, 5 people playing in a DM. Looks quite nice. Fair few viewers, so let's jump over to there.
Let's go.
Wait, don't do it yet.
It's alright.
Wait.
I can go when we're ready. It's fine.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do it.
Ready spaghetti.
I have to wait until everyone's ready. And
Let's
here we
do
go.
it.
See you guys.
See
Thank
ya.
you.
Thank you. Bye.